Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, right. We don't even know if you can hear me. Just not if you can hear me. Hello, hello, hello. We'll know in a second here when this catches up. All righty. Yeah, audio's working. Hey. Oh, yeah, we'll see who comes in. Someone's watching. Good to see you. Sorry I'm late. Sounds like one of them better late than never type of thing, you know? Let's just say. Uh-huh. Hey, yeah, that doesn't look too bad when I'm by myself. Huh? You can see all that. You can even read the much love and aloha. All righty. Not bad. Uh-huh. We got 3 in the house. What's going on, people? I know I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. Let's just say freaking nodded out, okay? Sitting here watching videos and blah, 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 and then freaking nodded out. So, it happens. So now I'm here. Draco's Dragon. Good to see you. How you been, my man? What you been up to? I don't think I ain't seen you in a bit. I ain't seen you in a bit at all. Oh, huh. Anywho, good to see you. Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. Been a while. Freaking. Well, we're starting this evening off with some. What the hell? George. I can't even see it. Where's my camera? There we go. We'll start George Hunter Stout. It's from Castle Danger Brewery. Hey, why not, right? The wife bought it. I could give you the whole description. It's chocolate coffee and this and that. And I think they said sawdust and something else. Anywho, it's a nice stout. We'll see how it goes. I got a 6-pack. We'll see. I've been out and about on YouTube since SJ left, right? SJ. SJ doesn't sound familiar. Not clicking anyways, but I probably know who you're talking about. Yeah. Anywho, mixed adventures. Uh-huh. That's kind of fun. When you mix up your channel a little bit. Right now, mine's kind of stagnated. I can't say kind of. It definitely stagnated. I've been doing nothing but live streaming. I ain't even made a freaking. I ain't made any videos in quite a while. Because I moved, freaking, and I haven't even made a short lately. But yeah, we moved out of New Hampshire to North Dakota. Right? Billy, what up, Billy Bobowski? Good to see you, man. Cheers. Yeah, man, I would have joined up. I would have joined up there last night, dude, but freaking it's late, and when I get to, I had to woke the little lady up. She ain't sleeping right now. She's watching TV right now. So, I got a couple hours. I've been fighting with a troll. Yeah, I just let them breeze by, man. You figure, if you embrace them, or and they kind of just go away. Tiffany Lava Shock, I saw you last night all over Billy Bob's. Uh-huh. I saw you. Uh-huh. Let me see what we got over here. Uh-huh. Freaking, where'd you go, Billy Bob? Billy Bob's over here somewhere. Freaking Billy. Billy, go. Anyone remember that one? Uh-huh. Hate me, please. Hello, hate me, please. Why would we hate you? Are you an asshole or something? I like the name, man. No mist. Y'all talk too much. It's just me, man. It can't be that bad. Hate me, please. That's funny. There we go. We got Billy Bob coming in. Oh, no audio. Yeah, press the other button there, Billy Bob. Oh, it's Holy Cow Girl. I like the name. I like that you trolling channel. I like it. I like it. Uh-huh.
Oh no, I
You got it now, dude. You got it now.
oh shit, I fucked up the audio.
Huh? What?
What's going on?
I can hear you.
My
Can you hear me
audio.
now? Can you hear me now?
Uh-huh. I can.
No, I'm talking to Billy Bob.
Oh shit.
What?
He's trying to straighten out his audio. He fucked it up on the way in. He's talking about your 16-year-old son's looks. Well,
Am I
they could,
in?
you're here,
I don't
dude.
know what I'm doing.
You
I'm always
here.
fucking this shit up.
Come on, man.
I'm always fucking this shit up every time.
Yeah, dude, don't, let that shit blow. They talk about your kid,
Okay.
whatever, freaking, I don't let that type of shit get to me ever. I was picked on as a kid, freaking a lot. Okay. Cause I looked like,
Oh, there we go.
Duty.
All right.
All right. So, it's like the old sticks and
I'm always
stones.
fucking this shit up
I
every
break
time.
my bones, but names will never hurt, So you kind of just let that shit blow. What up, Matt J? Nessa. Must be having a storm. You get some weather. Now freaking Billy Bob's just pressing the wrong damn buttons when he's coming in here. You hear now, dude? Can you hear me now?
Hell yeah, Jimmy.
Now.
How you doing, Carrie?
I'm doing. How's doing? Had a blast today. My poor husband found out how awesome my pink paint job and my mini truck is today.
Yeah, I'm always pressing the wrong damn buttons.
Oh, he's way back.
I can hear
dude.
you.
Yeah, can you hear me now? He's listening to playback.
I was gonna say that's delayed, dude. Go to live.
You're not listening to the right audio.
Yeah, Dan friggin' found out how crazy my truck is today. He friggin' caught people hanging out their windows, videotaping my truck going by on the freaking road, smiling, waving, freaking stopping, pulling up. The cops, I went to drop off meds at, those med drop off things.
Yeah.
To dispose of them properly.
Yeah.
We pull in.
There we go.
And the now I don't I don't get in trouble, so I don't really interact with the law. Apparently they haven't missed my truck though, because I pulled up and he's like, "Oh my God, you painted it! It looks so cute."
What up, Pat Jack?
Know me? I didn't do anything. Not yet.
All right.
Dan looked at me and said, "You better not fucking blow any red lights." Like, you ain't gonna get away with it now.
Right. Well, well, apparently they already knew you were in town. Freaking.
Oh yeah, apparently just about every I would have thought that men would not like the color of my truck. However, 90% of the people coming up to us got guys, that is adorable. That one.
Well, yeah, because it makes it look cute. It makes
Yeah.
the chick truck it is.
Well,
You know.
a couple of guys are like, "Oh my God!" Like we're in the middle of Manchester, stopping and going to get vape stuff. Guy comes up
Yeah.
and he's like,
Ugh.
probably late 20s, early 30s.
Uh-huh.
Looks at it and he's like, "Girl, your truck is fire. That is fire. My girl is gonna want one of these. Hide it."
Billy Bob, you still fighting it over there? Yeah, he is. Billy, where it says stop, yeah, where your microphone is, hit the arrow to the right of it and go in there and straighten that shit out. You got your headset on the wrong audio. Uh-huh.
Yeah, kind of. I think so.
I know so.
Yeah.
Because you're way off.
Yeah, you would be able to check the microphone and the speakers in there, can't
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right. Trying to. Shit.
And figure out which speakers, which ones for your headphones.
Yep.
My work computer does that crap all the time. When I have meetings, I have to fix my speakers and my headset
Uh-huh.
all the effing time because
You know the worst thing is whenever I go anywhere near a freaking StreamYard, freaking it did when I come back in here to Zoom, I have to reset everything.
yeah, that happens to me at work with Teams and bouncing from Zoom to Teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pain in the ass. It screws up my Teams every time.
Uh-huh. It's like fuck. You know where I fucking what my settings are when I come in here. Just fucking do it, you know?
I'm with you. I wish it would just auto save and stay like that until I manually change it. But every time it auto sets them, it's so irritating because I hate Microsoft Teams to begin with. Worst POS that I've come across. Between that and the new Outlook
What the fuck?
365, what a nightmare. And flipping back to Zoom, we have to use Zoom for appointments.
Yeah.
In some of our meetings.
What up, Luch? Luch Mob, that is. Come on, man. What's up, Torito? Where are you over here?
So what happened? You're on late tonight.
Yeah, I fucking nodded out.
I said to Liz, I said, Uncle Jimmy fall asleep or something?
It's exactly what it was. I'm freaking sitting here freaking watching videos and freaking I fell asleep watching Sleeper Dude. Oh.
Hey, you're not the guy who sleeps on TV.
No, he builds sleeper cars, you know, freaking. So it's like it's actually a pretty good family show if you're into cars. The whole family gets around into it. He's got 2 daughters, a wife, and a son that freaking all go through and help him build these cars and whatnot and freaking.
What's it called? Sleeper
Dude, yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Real good channel.
Yeah, because I watch a lot of freaking car stuff just because I have no life.
Yeah, well, they freaking last year they rehabbed an RV and tried
Yep.
to drive it to freaking, I think it was to freaking Yellowstone and back, and they didn't make it. So they got this old like 1970 something.
Yeah, I
Camper.
just saw the preview on it.
Yeah,
Looks
yeah.
like it might have been 80s.
I think it's 70 something, but either way, it's that old. You know what I mean? Freaking,
Yeah.
and they're rebuilding that. Okay, Jimmy, I'm getting tired for watching everyday opportunity. What? What are you talking, man? Hey, man, freaking have a.
What the heck is opportunity?
I don't know. I think he's opportunity. I don't know, but freaking.
What's that?
He's a coin guy, so he's into the metals and whatnot. So he's probably he's probably looking for something different. Good to see you, anyways, Dracos. Thanks for coming over and hanging out, bro. Appreciate you, and welcome back. So yeah, at any rate, they freaking the other motorhome they had was like from like the 90s or 80s,
Yeah.
and the freaking that didn't make it. And now they went older, but they rehabbed freaking the whole interior. Freaking they basically rebuilt everything, and now all they got left really is to pull the motor and training and put a new one in.
Rehaul
Later, it's a YouTuber live. Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, I could use I was looking at a Nissan Huntsman camper.
Yeah.
Thing's pretty sweet, but Dan says I have no way to keep it.
What? You got that whole yard.
Apparently,
Yeah,
I
man.
cannot fill up the yard.
Nah, that's what it's there for. Dracos, appreciate you having you around, man. We'll catch you later. Have a good night, man. Cheers.
I told him I'm gonna be an asshole if he doesn't buy me a camper, one of those little teardrops. I said I'm just gonna buy a trailer and build one in your side of the garage, asshole. No, I'm like, he's like, what are you gonna use that for? I'm like, to go to the beach. He's like, why would you go to the beach? I'm like, because I like the beach, unlike you.
Right.
I'd rather be there than sitting here
Mm-hmm.
all summer long. Fuck
Heck
that. I can
yeah.
work from the beach. All I gotta do is
What was
all
it?
I have to have a cell phone connection.
What was the name of the campground? We used to go to a place in Arundel, Maine. Freaking
In Arundel.
yeah, it's
Not
basically
the biker one.
no, it's just it's basically just north of OOB.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot in Arundel.
Yeah, freaking, but it was just off the beach.
Yeah.
Freaking, let me see if I can find it. I know where it is on the map, but fuck. Just far enough away from all the crap,
Yeah.
I think it was Alpine something or other, freaking.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Is that in Arundel?
Yeah,
I thought that was closer to Hampton.
no.
The hell?
Yeah, I can't find it. The
I
wife
need
will
to
know
plug my phone
the
in.
wife will know the name of it. It was the first time I took her camping with all my freaking people I'd met online.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually like going up there.
Actually.
I have a friend of mine, well, a friend of Dan and mine, his family owns a camp over in Waterboro.
Yeah.
So it's a hop, skip, and jump over to Arundel from there. So in theory, we can stay at his camp even if we don't want to, even if they're not there, he's like, you can always pull your trailer up or whatever, stay here. You got the lake. It's right on a lake.
Yeah.
Cute place. And he's like, you can use the facilities, whatever. It's not a big deal. He's like, if I know ahead of time, I'll give you the key to the place as long as my brother ain't there. Cause his brother is married, but lives in Germany. So he comes over for like a month out of every summer
Yeah.
or between summer and fall for his vacation. He takes it off and comes over.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the only time you really can't have free reign to the camp is, like then. I'm like, whatever, dude. See, he comes here and stays here with us usually for bike week and stuff. What up, Dorito?
What's happening?
Yeah, what's going on, dude?
Oh man, we're up. Woke up, went to Vegas yesterday.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah, it was the wife's birthday, so
Where'd you go in Vegas?
Caesar's Palace.
Cool.
Yeah, we got a nice room there. We ate at Hell's Kitchen, and then we saw Chris Angel show.
I heard his shows are pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. They started doing the cats talking about. I guess his son had cancer
Oh,
or has
that's
cancer.
yeah.
So it got me teared up a little bit there.
Mhm.
And I wasn't drinking at that time. It was a very good show.
That's
Very,
awesome.
very good show. I'm still not I believe in magic, but I believe in a different form of magic, like this practicality stuff, the
Mhm.
tricks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sleight of hand as far as I'm concerned, but I believe in, certain things of magic,
Well,
but
There's magic
believer.
and then there's trick magic.
yeah,
Yeah, right.
I believe in levitation. I believe in all that stuff, but I don't believe you just snap it up for a show.
Well, yeah. What up,
Yeah.
Brandon? And Kerry, the name of the place is Hemlock Grove.
Oh, I haven't been there.
It's a nice little place, dude. It's nice. There's actually room between freaking spaces. And
Yeah.
It's treed in good, So there's
Yeah.
lots of shade.
Yeah, that's you know me. I literally
Why do you think I'm telling you about it?
I have spent this whole week
Mhm.
going, oh my God, I look like I have some rare disease or some like bad psoriasis.
Uh-huh.
Last weekend,
Mhm.
just a few hours in the sun, I literally roasted my whole forehead and all
Right.
my cheeks.
Uh-huh.
And now
Yeah,
it's all
just-
peeling off and I'm white again.
Uh-huh. What up, Lisa?
Nasty.
Oh, the Newfoundland
Lisa.
English family. What up?
I will say though, if they have a Hell's Kitchen thing and you're like, ooh, I want to go there and tell your husband that, just don't do that to him. Just please.
Mhm.
It's
Why?
really not worth it whatsoever. The food is
Run of the mill.
not impressive. Yeah.
Really? Dang.
I'm not big on
Even if it was a quarter of the price of what it is, and I ain't going to say the price, even if it was a quarter of the price of what it was for our meals, still wasn't worth it.
Hmm.
damn, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Doris wants to go there, right, Jim?
Well, she just wants to go to say she was there. You know what I mean? The freaking, she understands that it's a small plate and all that because that's how those food places are and freaking.
Not really.
It's not even the size of the plate, bro. I had a good sized steak
Yeah.
What's up, Messer?
that was it was a good piece of steak. I just didn't like the way it was cooked. I didn't like. They had brioche. They had that. They had what's this other stuff my wife had with lobster in it, and just
Yeah.
the salad was the best thing, bro.
That's sad.
And it
That's
was
sad.
it was a Caesar salad,
Mhm.
and there was somewhat of a mayo taste to the stuff they had, the whatever the top, the dressing
Yep.
in it.
Mhm.
But I asked him for salt, bro. I asked for a salt shaker,
Yeah.
dude. I shit you not. They first bring the lady looks at me like I'm nuts, bro.
Yeah.
I asked for some salt. You
Mhm.
know, she looked at me like I'm crazy. She comes back with this little metal cup
Yeah.
of rock salt in the motherfucker.
Oh, it wasn't
What the
even
fuck you gonna do with
freaking
that?
processed. It wasn't even
Well, it was
ground.
salt, but it was like the sea salt.
Yeah,
like
it's
the
sea
big
salt,
chunks.
big
Yeah.
chunks of sea
So
salt.
here I am and a little tiny spoon. Okay. So I'm crushing the salt like it's like meth days or something,
Yeah.
you know, just to get it and
Dude,
spread it
I
on. And my
would've
wife's
busted.
laughing at me because I'm like, then I pull it up and I'm like,
You
over
grab
my
your shoe
salad,
and start using your shoe like a hammer to.
Oh,
well, it's funny because every other bite, here I am again.
Uh-huh.
oh, fuck that.
So my wife, they come over and they're giving you this water.
I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Every time your glass gets half empty, they come over with this bottle of water that looks like a clear Grolsch bottle, you know, that's
Yeah.
got the little pop top,
Yeah.
and they're holding the top back and they pour you a glass of water. And then my wife's looking at me and I look at the water and they just keep filling it. And I'm like, and she goes, "You gonna get something else to drink?" And I says, "Well, I might ask for a Pepsi, but I'd be scared of the way they look at me and what they'd come back with." And I'm like, so no.
Yeah. Huh?
It was just, if you want to go to a restaurant where people are kind of like snooty to you and talk shit, then you go to those novelty ones. You know what I mean?
The Karen diner.
Yeah, you don't spend 3 numbers before the decimal point on a
Uh-huh.
nice meal to get that sort of shit. But
I hear you, dude.
it's all good. We still had a blast, dude. We got these. It was like $75 for these 2 drinks that were like in these bongs, dude. These big old huge bongs that had like 4 shots of Patron in them.
Yeah.
Okay, there's these daiquiris. These things were so big, dude. They came with a little carrying hat, like a strap.
Yeah.
I got this motherfucker around my neck, dude. And I'm walking.
Oh, those are the ones you walk around
I'm
in the
walking the
street
streets
with
of
them.
Vegas, dude.
Mhm.
Vegas is the best for that. Those big
Yeah, it was
giant,
cool
they're
as
like
hell.
a cone.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
things are the bomb.
It was like a big old bong.
Yeah, the
Mhm.
last time I was
walking,
there,
got the thing strapped to my neck, doobie in one hand, the drink in the other, and I'm just like big old straw like this, dude. I'm like,
You get half your money back for bringing the bong back.
no,
dude. I got like
I brought mine home.
80% through it, bro, and the
Mhm.
bottom was just all sweet at that point because I sucked up. Like they put
Yeah.
2 shots of tequila on the bottom, 1 shot in the middle, and 1 on top.
Mm-hmm.
When they pour it, you know, they put in
Yeah.
the tequila, then put in the daiquiri, then put in the more tequila, and then the daiquiri, and then more tequila, and then they gave us 2 big old Jello shot where it had 1 shot of Patron in each one of them too. So I'm armed, bro. I got those 2 little syringes in my pocket right here, dude. I got this thing strapped around my neck, dude, and all I got to do is just walk down, and I'm just like. My wife was laughing at me because I look like a gimp, bro. I'm like, sucking on the straw. It was great.
I did the same thing when I went to freaking Vegas, and I swear to God, I think I spent the whole week there. I don't gamble, but man, going in the casinos, if you're sitting in a machine, they're pouring you drinks. I was so drunk that whole weekend.
Oh yeah.
Everybody else was gambling. I'm like, I can't gamble. I can't even focus. I'm too drunk. Fuck that. I'll just sit here and drink and let
walk
you
up, just walk up to a machine with a $5 bill and sit there for a while. Just put some credit on it and just sit there. They'll come by and they'll get you plowed.
I played nickel slots for like a week. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't play. I'm like, I can't play that. That 1, it required you to stand up. 2, you had to like actually focus on playing at any of the tables. I was like, all my girlfriends were. I was like, you guys just go. I'll look at the pretty flowers and I'll drink. I wander. If I wander, you have my cell phone. Just call me. Eventually, you'll find me. Just look for some place filled with shiny things and pretty things. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I won't leave the hotel. I swear.
That's what I did pretty much was the quarter slots for the most part. And Yeah, just to go, and I was dumping max lines, just dropping a 20, doing max lines. Didn't do any good this time.
When I went there, the first time I went there was when the Wynn Hotel opened up, when it was brand spanking new.
Hmm.
My girlfriends lost me and they found me in Cartier. I'm in Cartier. I'm like, look at all the pretty stuff. They're like, you poor, get out of there.
Yeah. I mean, we really liked Caesars. It was nice. And then come to find out the fight was today. It actually was just going on.
What
And that
fight?
was at Caesars. So we didn't even realize it
What happened?
until the day before. And then like our room
Just,
like went up to $560 for a night.
uh-huh.
So we got it ahead of time. but
Boxing
yeah.
or MMA.
Well, we got a suite. So,
Oh,
so
that
it was
was-
already expensive, but you know,
Yeah.
it like really went up.
oh, I
But
hated-
Caesars, it was cool and everything, but payouts, you didn't see a lot of big payouts. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
a lot
Hey,
of
the house
people
always wins, man.
cashing
Come on.
in. And it was real nice, but everything was real expensive there.
Mm-hmm.
It was very expensive at Caesar. So we was talking about doing Planet Hollywood next time because we like the Flamingo because
Mhm.
it's got all those little shops right there and stuff like that. So, you know, and there's a weed shop right next door.
They
Yeah.
didn't
We
have
found
any of that shit when I was there last.
we found one place where they had literally you pull into this little lot. It's right by the Wynn, as a matter of fact. You pull into the shopping center. You pull up. There's a liquor barn type place that
Landon,
sells the Mountain Dew seltzers. My wife had to have some of those.
Yeah.
They're good. They're pretty good.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Happy birthday, Nessa.
Yeah,
Sorry.
happy birthday, Vanessa.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, they had the seltzers there, and then we went right next door to White Castle Burgers, and then we come out of White Castle Burgers and we look and boom, there's a pot shop right next door to that. And I'm like, hey, yoink.
Great place for it, right?
Yeah, it's like one-stop shopping. You pull into Vegas, get off the freeway, boom.
It's literally burgers and fried.
Yeah.
Right. Yo,
They also
what
had
up, Sean?
You ever heard of a pie and fry place?
A pie and fry place.
They make
No.
pies, poutine, and fries.
That's awesome. What kind
Yeah.
of pies though?
Huh?
What kind of pies?
I guess they were like, you know, kind of like the foofy ones. You can make all kinds of different ones and stuff like that.
Mm.
We had some fries from a Greek place with feta cheese
Mhm.
on top of them and this little like light buttery sauce. They were bomb.
My favorite. I'm not gonna lie.
I was gonna say,
Pie.
being from New England, we're used to that.
Mm-hmm. Pork
Well,
pie,
with feta cheese on it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've never
There's a lot
had
of
fries
Greek
really. My wife, she came across this place.
Yeah, like every other pizza shop has that on the menu.
Mm-hmm.
Because every other pizza shop in New England is a Greek pizza
It's a
place.
Greek pizza. Yeah.
It's good stuff, man. I mean, I'm used to like fries wise. If you're not just eating stockies, you know what I mean, like chili
Uh-huh.
fries or regular fries. I'm used to carne asada, like carne asada French fries and stuff like that. That's like the bomb extra one, but with the
For
feta
us,
cheese,
we
they're
would-
dank.
we
It's a
would
different
do that.
taste. What was that?
We wouldn't even see that carne asada.
Nope. Nope, not at all.
Oh, you
Never
guys
heard
had,
of it.
you guys had fallen in love with carne asada French fries. I'll tell you that much right now.
There are, where I live, there is honestly in probably a 30-mile radius of one authentic Tex-Mex or Mexican, there's one actual for real Mexican restaurant.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. That's,
And it is
Yeah.
the biggest hovel you will ever walk into with the
Mhm.
best Mexican food.
like the
Uh,
one that
Otherwise,
was
you
in,
get
I forget the name of the one that was in downtown Nashua, but it was awesome and it didn't last because it was really Mexican.
because it
It
was real
wasn't-
Mexican.
It wasn't
not
like Shorty's, you know?
that- yeah.
Freaking-
Yeah.
You throw a rock from my house, dude. You hit like two Mexican grocery stores.
Nope.
You hit Mexican restaurants every direction, dude. Shoot, as a matter of fact, it's probably margarita night down there at Don Jose's down the street.
I have more in my area. There are more Indian and Asian grocery
Mhm.
stores
Yep.
and there are any kind of
Yeah, I think
or
I just think Mexicans don't like the cold.
Mm, we
I kind of think you
I
might have a
we
have,
high
have a
Latin
little
touch.
thing there. You
There's
might be
not many of
right.
them.
I don't like the cold.
Yeah, but
I know that
Puerto,
much, and
Puerto
I'm
Rican,
not
it
Mexican,
doesn't,
but I don't like the fucking cold.
but it doesn't bother the Puerto Ricans.
We
They're up there like you read about.
I was gonna say, but Manchester has a very high population of Latin Americans, and it's all fine and well, but
Is that
they don't have there's
the
some Spanish
infrastructure?
restaurants, but there's no real good. There's only that one Mexican place.
Come
There's
on, man.
one-
New Hampshire thinks La Carreta is a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, no, that it's fucking disgusting. Dan and I ate there once, and I'll never eat there again. I was like, this place. Him and I were
Mhm.
both so unimpressed. I was like,
I'm
no.
with you.
I cook better than that on a bad day when I'm half asleep.
Yeah, the Hacienda is the best one in Nashville, and that's sad because they're just good for drinks.
Yeah,
Well-
they make a good tamale. They do make a good
Tamales.
tamale. That I will say. I'm not big on the rest of this stuff, but the
Mhm.
tamales. are good.
Well, carne asada nachos. Let me give you a little turn you on
Oh,
to
I
it.
wish.
You get French fries. You make your French fries. You make some carne asada. You know, you grill it up real good. You do your onions. You do all that little stuff like that
Mhm.
when you're grilling it. Okay. You cut that carne asada up into nice little tiny strips or chunks, whichever you prefer. And then you take the fries. You put some fries in there, and then you douche them a little bit with cheese, and you throw some of that carne asada on top. Then you throw some more French fries on top of that, and then some more cheese and some more carne
Yeah,
asada.
Larry.
And
Sounds good to
then
me.
more French fries. Yeah, you layer the hell out of it, dude.
It's like
And
a
use-
lasagna.
And cheese with some avocado and some sour
Salad.
cream and some little
Mhm.
sliced up little tomato chunklets on the top. I'm telling you, you won't go back. It is so good. It's fries you eat with a fork.
Oh,
I
hell
think-
yeah.
There's one Mexican
I need a
restaurant.
beer. I'll be right back.
We found a little tiny Mexican restaurant here up north, and it's a decent place, but some of their food is it's toned down really for like it's not super authentic, but if you ask them to make you a real plate, they'll do it. And
Yeah.
my husband loved it. He won't eat and at a lot of the places here. He's just like it just he's like it's like eating Taco fucking Bell.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing authentic so much about carne asada French fries. I mean, that is pretty what they call pocho. It's pretty white boy, but it's just so good. The combination of the two together with the
Mhm.
onions and all that different stuff. I mean, it's perfect for the screaming purple munchies. How is that?
That's the good thing about me. I don't really even if I get the munchies, this is like it's like a handful. This is my idea of munchies.
Uh-huh.
That's I can't eat a whole lot, unfortunately. Works out for my husband though, because I'm a really cheap date. I go and I'm like, can I order off the kiddie menu?
I wish mine was.
I'm 2 drinks in and I'm like, I can't ride my motorcycle because I had 2 drinks. So I'm gonna have to wait a really long time.
Uh-huh.
It's serious. Dan will tell you. I won't.
Oh, I know. I've been there, you know. I mean,
can't do it.
myself.
Cannot do it. After the one drink and I'm good. Second, if I have a second one, yeah, we're sitting here for 3 hours.
Uh-huh.
He always looks at me and goes, no. 2, no. Get a water.
Yep.
Got your car builder. Hey, how are you?
Yeah, man.
Why can I see your smoke but not you?
Because he's off to the side.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Right.
That's mad fucked up.
certain things I just don't do on camera.
Yeah, I don't.
Mhm.
blame you.
Like that.
That's a good thing about. I'll just
Uh-huh.
go wine.
Well,
Dan
you
didn't
know.
give me a hard time though about buying wine today at the market. Apparently, it makes me sleep really well.
Oh, so did he buy more or
Yeah,
made you buy
Bought me
more?
two bot- He bought
Uh-huh.
me 2 bottles without batting an eye.
There you go.
What I said.
Now you know, half a bottle, you'll sleep good.
I told him straight up, just leave me alone. I'm a wino.
Look at this one, Jimmy.
Oh, pretty cool. What up, anomaly?
Reminds me of a Quidditch.
It's like one of the rat think
Yeah.
What is it?
things.
Look at this
It's
one,
the
Jerry.
flying
Though.
eye.
A rat think? What's the rat think?
That's rat think.
This is rat.
Did it
Fink.
break on the nose broke, huh?
The cat took a bite out of it.
Damn.
Your
Cat thought
ate
it was a mouse, man. Freaking-
Oh, rat think bastard.
yeah. I mean, I still get the little piece, but
God damn. The hell your cat got fucking saw teeth?
just took a chance. It's what do you call it? That's he did that with his 3D printer, so it's it's like threads. It's
Yeah,
glued
it's-
together
yeah.
threads. So once the cat took a bite, it freaking
Broke it, ripped it.
That's messed up.
Yep. Found it sitting here the other day. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, I gotta send you something pretty soon anyways to send to Drew, so
What? You still
I'm gonna
ain't mailed
make you
that?
do it. I told you that.
Dude. I'll just send you the money, dude.
No, I want you to make the effort to do it. Since you
Christ's
gave
sake.
away the present that I gave you in a giveaway, you're gonna make the effort to give it away.
Fine.
You gave away a gift,
Yes,
you troll.
It was a winning type of thing. Come on, man.
yes.
That's tro-
It was a
that-
Harley Davidson Zippo and a crow with like Celtic stuff on it. A crow skull.
Yeah.
I want an Indian one. Oh, damn.
and hold on though, but it was a participation win type of thing because I was there and
Mhm.
and my second subscriber was in the chat.
Mhm.
Okay, so I was like, send it to him.
That's
Yeah,
fucking
I'm gonna
good.
enter a
know?
giveaway that I don't care about winning, but if I win, I'm gonna give it away.
I didn't show up to win.
All right. I truthfully can't talk about that because I did a raffle thing because Jimmy encouraged me it, and then I ended up winning a turkey rifle, and I didn't know what the hell to do with it because my ex-husband was terrified that I'd use it on him. So I gave it to Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh, it don't bug me so much. I'm just gonna make him go through the freaking effort. That's all. I'm not mad about it. I'm just gonna make him go through the effort.
I'll fucking send it then.
Okay.
It's very sad, James.
God damn.
This is the thing. Check it out, Dewey. You're gonna laugh your ass off.
How long does it take to 3D print one of those things?
Depends on how
It
big it
varies.
is.
It really, really varies.
Mhm.
Box is it? Where is it?
And how technical it is.
It's not the one.
No.
Oh, here it is. There it is. Here.
Oh yeah, happy Earth Day.
See this?
Uh-huh. A box and a box and a box. Oh,
There it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
That's
it's a
cool.
skull.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
a
bird
raven's
skull.
head that,
Yeah.
that my wife actually did all the. It was all in there, but she actually followed got all the lines in and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
did all the highlight on the lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah.
that, and then
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kerry. And when I actually won this, we were getting ready to come out here. So I really didn't need a package sent to me.
And I told him I'll send it to you after you get there. No,
I
no,
know.
no. I ain't gonna have no room for a little Zippo and a little thing like that.
Dude,
I
I
said,
gotta-
okay.
Ben's
Just
taking
set it
himself
over here. I said,
now when the light
okay.
is fucking robbing all those lighters.
And love you, Drew. It's not at all you, man. I'm gonna make him send it to you, bro.
Fuck it, man. Send it.
It's just I want to make Jimmy fucking do it. I want to make him make the effort to go
Yeah.
out his door and mail it.
Dude, you're just making my wife work.
She would gladly do it, but she's gonna give you shit about it.
Uh-huh.
So either or,
Mm.
mission accomplished.
You just cut into her lunch, that's all.
I keep telling Dan I don't
No.
want
Or a day off.
this anymore. I can't.
Not
go
if
to
I
the
take it
post
one
office.
step a little further, Jimmy, and I mail it to Mike to give to you.
Oh.
And trust me, it's been discussed.
Oh, man. Unbelievable.
I love fucking with you, Jimmy.
Thought you would have sent that long ago. Come on.
I told you I was going to send it to you.
Well,
Text me your address through the Iggy.
fuck. Freaking.
Now that you got an address,
Yeah, I'll fucking.
it'll come to your door.
Yeah, I know. Now
Jimmy.
I'll go to my post office box, man.
Oh, you got a P.O. box. Sorry.
Yeah, it keeps let's just say it keeps the internet separate, you know?
Understood. Believe you me.
For what? What's the matter, Jim?
Not in freaking. I was just telling that he wants my address, and I'm like, yeah, I got a PO box. And he's like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, just because it keeps the internet separate, you know. So
Yep.
fucking here, where I got you over here, right there.
I should send it to Mike and tell him to mail it to your P.O. box. Got it. Perfect.
Oh, yes.
I got to make a whole bunch of those like that, but without the writing in it. For one of our parts guys, because he's gonna make the crown of the Ravenhead crown from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah,
I never watched Game of Thrones, so I don't know what you're talking about.
it's pretty good, dude.
I loved Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That was one of the few shows I actually watched like religiously, just
Oh, yeah?
because it was so sick and twisted and crazy and just
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain it. It was just one of those shows where you couldn't wait to see. It was like watching a train wreck. You had to see
Yeah.
what happened next.
Well,
Yeah,
let's just say I didn't have cable.
That's why I didn't start watching it until like after the second season. My
Mhm.
wife used to watch it religiously all the time, and I started seeing little bits and pieces, and I thought, okay, it's cool, you know.
Mhm.
But I didn't start watching it till after the second season, because then it's just like The Mandalorian on Disney. I don't like to watch the episodes every week because I got to wait till the next week to watch the episode. I'd
I
rather
do the
all
same
run
thing.
through.
I like binge watching. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, so you
If I
watch
fall
2
asleep
hours at a
watching
time.
it, you know what? I can wake up later and rewind it and watch it all over again.
Uh-huh.
It's all good.
I
It's
know.
like the what's that on Netflix? With Uthred. It's a medieval time one. The Viking. It's a Viking one. He was a Last
You mean
Kingdom.
Vikings?
The Last Kingdom.
Yeah, the last kid. That
Oh,
was actually
yeah,
that was
good.
actually good.
Yeah,
I
they're-
did watch
they're-
that.
I
There was
watched
such
all
a
3
great-
seasons. They just put out a movie.
There was such a
Jimmy?
break between the first season and the second season. It killed me.
There's 3 seasons out now.
I know. I actually just saw that because I was pissed because I had to wait so long for the second season that I didn't want to watch the second season until they had like all the episodes in.
Yeah.
Done it.
I hear you. And
Yeah,
yeah, but
I
they
actually really like that show.
yeah, the 3rd season is completely out. And then also they did a movie. So there's actually an hour and 57-minute long movie, and it's about the 7 kings of Britain.
You know, it's
And how basically they end up smoking them.
do you watch all the Star Wars stuff, including the
course.
cartoons?
Of course, I have a lightsaber.
My husband literally has that shit so memorized. It's ridiculous. I'm like, how do you remember this? He's like, you don't remember this? I'm like, I have way too. I'm like, I work 2 effing jobs. No. I'm like, I watch it. It's mental popcorn. I enjoy it, but I don't
Right.
memorize it.
It goes in and
It's
out,
not a
right?
song from the
Is
80s.
your
I'm the same
husband
way.
in his early or late 50s?
What up,
Early
Gavin?
50s.
Yeah, I'm 53, so
Yeah,
yeah, I
he's-
know. It's 1976 Star Wars.
Yeah, you got to remember, he's
That's when it
watched every
started.
episode 50 million times. Yeah.
yeah, that's the problem. Dan
Dan
has memorized all the cartoons. I'm like, what do you do? I'm like, how do you do that? How do you remember that?
Some
It's like,
people just do it. It's
He rem-
freaking
he remembers the most random ass shits.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
like,
lucky.
Here's
I
one.
remember that you told me that you wanted like a certain thing from the store, like, or you wanted me to do something. I'm like, you can't remember that, or you can't remember telling me you were gonna fix this.
Uh-huh.
6 months later, year later.
That's how that shit works.
One thing I'll never forget is when Luch's son was younger. The lawn was like, and I looked at it. And I'm like, man, you need to mow the lawn. You know, I was leaving their house. I'm like, you need to get your ass out there and mow the lawn. And he's out there standing there on the grass. And he looks at me. And I'm like, I'm serious. You need to mow the lawn. He's all, the lawn has already been mowed. I'm like, you little fucker. Little, I was like, he's trying to pull the "these are not the droids
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
looking for"
exactly.
bullshit.
Exactly. The
Oh,
lawn has been mowed.
Yeah, it's like little shit.
and when I ask my husband a question and he looks at me and goes, "This is the way.
The Mandalorian.
This is the way.
Yeah.
This is the way. It's crooked, so keep it out. It'll tickle your fucking brain."
He doesn't say, "You're not wearing a helmet. Don't talk to me."
You know, in all honesty, I won't lie. I have said random ass shit like that to him and looked at him, been dead serious and walked away.
Don't come at me that way unless you carry your lightsaber, asshole.
I just look at him and be like, no, you're not part of my order. Sit down.
Right.
Okay.
What up, Perkins? Baker Perkins, that is. Hey, look, Squirrel. Mute Dorito, please.
Oh God, he's been on a mute Dorito envoy there lately.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that guy's name? Hidden.
Yeah, hidden numinist.
Yeah, him and
Yeah.
I told Dan about him asking me about my jammies, making a comment about me ever wearing regular clothes. Dan's like, yeah. He's like, you don't. He's like, you've been working from home so long. He's like, I think I go into coronary when I see you in something other than sweatpants or jammies.
Uh-huh.
Fuck off.
Because it's not the norm. It's like, where you going?
Yeah, I put makeup on, and he's like, "Why you got makeup on?
Yeah, where you going?
Boyfriend?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah."
Welcome back, Terry.
I gotta get a haircut bad.
Different kind of helmet. Yeah, huh? She might like. Maybe.
My helmet comes with a bib. You're not the drool.
Grab
My
it
hair is
real
so
quick.
bad.
Uh-huh.
The ends of my hair are
Grab it.
disgusting. I gotta go. I definitely gotta go I gotta get my hair did bad.
Here, dude.
Yeah, I need it bad.
Yeah, I might cut mine.
All that, and
It's getting long.
I'm debating on covering the
Not
grays.
that long, but you know, freaking-
Yeah, your hair's long.
it's long enough that freaking it's gonna be sweaty and nasty this summer. So
That's the
I'd
only
actually
good
have to
thing about being
freaking
a chick.
trim this if I have to freaking, you know. Mhm.
I would just
Trust me, it almost happened last summer, but you know, yeah. Let's
Yeah,
just
you
say
need a
it
trim
cooled
and a
off.
shave.
It cooled off quick. It cooled off quick enough that it didn't get there.
I don't know how you do it, dude. All summer long, my hair is pulled up in a French braid or a ponytail all summer long, unless I'm in the house, like down here in the basement.
Yeah.
It stays like 50 degrees, so
Well,
it stays decent.
Last summer I had a fresh buzz cut before the summer. You know,
Mhm.
so the head was basically freaking hairless almost.
Yeah,
You know, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, and this year, you know, it ain't bad when you don't actually work. So you know.
yeah. Dan was just asking me about freaking. I guess there's some shaver thing for bald heads. And I'm like, whatever, buy it if you want to.
Yeah, it's like that lint thing for your shirt. Picks out lint off your shirt. It takes the fuzz off you.
I know he has so much. He's got for a bald dude. He got a crap ton of hair. What's left here?
Yeah,
I could probably any normal person's head. You could probably make a wig out of his hair for like 3 people, just off of the part that actually has hair.
yeah. If you let it grow, you could just put a hat on. You wouldn't know he was bald.
In all honesty, if he grew it out and did a comb over, you probably, if he left it at a certain length, you probably would not notice it was a comb over. He's got
Yeah,
that much effing hair. It's
he looked like Trump.
nah, man. Trump's hair is too thin. Dan's hair is like
But you know what I'm
a
saying, though. You know,
horse. It's
Trump, you
ridiculous.
know, it's obvious. It's an obvious comb over.
Yeah,
So
I
many
know.
people think it's a wig, but no, that's a fucking
No,
comb.
that's a comb over.
over.
That's a comb over with really bad hairspray because when the wind gets it, it goes like this.
Yeah.
It's all good. He's rich. Who gives a shit?
What
It
up,
makes him
Josie?
happy.
Hey, you pay someone to do that every morning. Come on.
Good Lord, why I wouldn't? All you gotta do is put home and little spray.
Well, you know, he don't do that shit. Come on, he's got the money to freaking have some beautiful woman do it every morning. Buying a computer in the morning. Woo.
Oh, what you buying?
I don't know what she's buying, but she's buying a computer.
Oh,
Probably
that's
so she
Joe.
can get, yeah, Josie, yeah.
What happened?
She probably says she can join this better than freaking being on her phone. More than likely. Cheers.
Oh shit, I didn't realize she was joining on just phone.
Yeah, she's on her phone always. That's why she can't talk to the chat and all that.
I see.
She's
You.
always on her phone. It's got its ins and outs, you know. She gets to roam around the house on the phone.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'd like a little camera with a gimbal on it, so I can actually move around. It doesn't bounce all over the place. But
Yeah.
I can't afford. I got that head one. That camera. It actually did pretty good. That video Dan made. That I had Dan make.
Which one?
The one on my channel. The heat shield one. We actually did that. The newest one, I think.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've seen it. Type in the chat.
They got some newer ones that they're getting cheaper and cheaper now. Ones that you can get for that. Let me look it up on Amazon real quick.
I got the
what's that, gimbal or
the Ordro EP8, I think.
Is that little pod that just sits there and then you put the phone on top?
No, it's this. It
okay.
It goes on your head like that.
Okay, yeah.
So that
I was looking into the glasses. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I got this because I already wear glasses, so the glasses ones don't work for me.
Yeah.
So I figured I'd try this because one of the YouTubers that I'm actually friendly with, outside of YouTube,
Yeah.
he uses an earlier version, but he has
You could
those,
probably have frames made for a sunglass one. I
what are
mean,
those
a
things?
glass one, you know what I mean?
Affiliate links,
Yeah, they have regular glasses one too that you can actually have your lenses put in.
really, with prescription ones?
Well,
Yeah,
you can have they come regular, like just like I got
Yeah,
a
they
pair of
come-
Spy sunglasses,
yeah,
and my wife she took and had the transition
yeah,
lenses put in.
you go to your ortho or whatever the fuck they call them, freaking
Ophthalmologist.
ophthalmologist, and
Yeah.
have lenses made for the glasses.
These are the ones that the sunglasses ones. Oh, wrong camera.
Oakley makes a good one, but they're pricey.
Yeah, well, I wear Ray-Bans, Jimmy, normally.
Well,
Those were the ones that I was
yeah,
gonna get. That's for just the buggies. They're like
Yeah.
$67.
dude, I
They're not that much.
good luck with
You
it.
have lenses made for them, your actual prescription?
Well, here, let me show you the other ones that I'm talking about, like these.
Yeah, because I'm blind as a bat without my glasses. I can't. I can't even watch. a
There's
second-
one pair an example. I mean, you can get different kinds, and they just pop the lenses out and then put your
Yeah.
lenses,
Ah,
unfitted.
Yeah, you can pop any lens out,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. That's why I'm saying if you find one you like and one that works good. But Dorito, what I'm trying to tell you is be careful, because the last camera I had that was, eyeglass mounted, it did not take well to me running a leaf blower. It killed it. Shook
Well,
it
no,
down.
there's some here that you have the Bluetooth set up as well. But my main thing is looking at the video file that you download. There's one that's like a something. Here, which one is it? There's two different pairs. The cheaper ones, the files are different. But like the pair that I want to get, you can actually use as a camera. You can use as a phone as well. You can connect to your phone and talk on them through your phone. So I can use them on the road,
Yeah.
because I use Bluetooth.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. The vibration of freaking machinery did not treat it well.
Well,
I got-
I'll be wearing it for the most part. I'm getting them for the buggies. So if
Yeah, I
it breaks,
understand.
then I just do a review of them.
You'll know real quick. You'll know right quick if they can take it.
yeah, that's why I got this one though, because I was worried about, because we both know I'm clumsy as all get out. And the guy that I'm buddies with, he uses these, but he uses them on dirt bikes and stuff,
Okay.
and a lot of riding and basically doing like off-roading stuff in mini trucks.
Yeah.
And his has been great. He's been using the same one for a few years now.
What do
since
you do? Fix it to his helmet, or
No, it's just like this.
he
Just like
puts it
that.
around his helmet like that?
He's got, well, he's got one for his helmet that is, he's got it affixed to his helmet.
Yeah.
Normally, like he does like repair videos and stuff like
Oh,
that.
okay.
So
Yeah.
he has one a setup just like this that he uses more often than not, unless he's actually riding. Then he's got, because he has to wear
Gear,
because he
yeah.
bounces between. Up here we don't have to wear helmets.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
don't have a helmet law, but he has another house down south that when he's down there, he has to wear a helmet. So he has one that's affixed to the helmet, which is fine, but I guess he
Yeah.
has a special one that he uses for that, but it's the same brand. So if
Yeah.
it can take the beat he puts down on it, I'm just bumping around here. I figured it'd be fine.
Here's Kevin.
I figured I wouldn't kill it.
Yeah, I got one that actually it's for the like a GoPro type camera that mounts on the front. It's just a mount that goes around the front bill of my helmet,
Yep.
and then you put the camera right there.
Yeah, a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people like in the mini groups that I'm in. a lot of people have those for their helmets or
Well, if you set it at the right angle too, and if it's if you install it right,
Mhm.
and you set it up right, you can actually somewhat see the camera lens as well too. So you can see if you're recording, you can see all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
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 see,
you can
that-
see
that-
that, you can see when you have to pick your head up a little bit so you're not looking at the ground.
Exactly.
It's like, I see so many videos of people that have, helmet mounted freaking cameras and that they're just,
And they're just a little bit off.
The view is just not enough up, man. You're freaking me out, man. I can't see far enough ahead.
Well, you know what's funny is I was worried about, I wanted to do like a point of view on my truck from my truck, and I was like, how do I see this? And then I realized that camera is, if I hook it up with Bluetooth, it'll
Mhm.
go on my phone and I can play it on the display while I'm doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the thing about that's the other thing I like about that. The sunglasses, you can do the same exact thing.
Yeah,
So you can
that's
do
it.
it through Bluetooth, so you can see what you're doing.
Yeah, that's helpful because I have no,
What up, Kane?
I haven't learned the ins and outs of it yet. So
Hmm.
Yeah. Looking at
I
my
never
backpack
tried the
pictures.
Bluetooth on my camera. I know they were there on the sunglass camera, but I know it was there, but I didn't try. Depends
in
on the
all
battery
honesty,
used, but
I was surprised.
iPhone uses things that messes up. Anytime you're streaming is gonna smoke the battery on anything.
iPhone what?
Whatever. An iPhone.
iPhones are notorious for having issues
Mhm.
with vibration. The vibration on a motorcycle will kill the cameras on them.
Oh,
I've
really?
never really had any issues, but the way I carry them and mount them as well too is a little bit different. Like if I'm running a camera on the carts, I won't use my iPhone because the vibration, like,
Yeah.
it's enough I've done it enough with the phone to learn that you don't get a real good picture out of it. If you're
Yeah.
mounted to
Yeah,
the
you don't
body
have-
or the frame.
You don't have image stabilization on your iPhone, do you?
I do, but it's not
Yeah,
like
they do.
like the vibration sound as well too.
Mhm.
You hear that, you kind of it's hard to explain. It's
Uh-huh.
not like on the carts, the way the vibration is at low idle, it'll catch it right there. And so it's always trying between stabilizing and sound, it's always kind of messing up at certain points
Mhm. Yeah,
because it fluctuates. You know what I mean? You got that idle sound. That's what she's talking about. That idle sound and the vibration, it fluctuates so much that phone is trying to work to compensate
Mhm.
left and right. When the cameras, I don't know how to explain it, but
if you
there's a
Google
difference.
iPhone and vibration, I think it comes up. But I
Yeah.
dropped that link to that YouTube video that I had Dan do.
Yeah, I'm
Uh-huh.
watching it right now.
And it's funny because he's like, "You sure you want me to do it?" I'm like, "It'll be quicker if you do it. If I have you do it."
Yeah, because freaking he's just knocking it out is what he's doing. I mean.
Well, because I was gonna do it, but he had ripped everything off already. He went ahead and started doing it. I'm like, "Good, well then you make the video."
Uh-huh.
I was like, what good is it? I
Um,
can't show people how to do it because you already ripped everything apart.
Oh, you got an Indian?
I've had an Indian, yeah.
Oh, that's so badass.
Yeah, I traded my I had a brand new Street Glide anniversary edition,
Uh-huh.
and it was one of the ones with the limited time Poison A emblems. And
Hey, what's that furry thing right there?
that's my tail.
What?
That's my tail for my bike. That's been on
Oh
every
my
single
God,
bike I've
dude.
owned for like a decade.
Indians,
You're a furry, in other words?
Seen that? Have you seen that new Street Fighter Indian?
I actually I'm really good friends with the girl who runs our local dealership. So yeah.
That thing is badass.
I would
really like that.
I wouldn't mind one, but my husband is He's too broken and old. We
Yeah.
have to stick to the Cruiser 11.
There's that. They've all Harley, Indian, and what's the other company that Harley owns? They've all come out with some real badass looking Street Fighter bikes. That one Harley with that massive tire in the back is just,
What, the electric one?
yeah, that thing's badass looking.
Yeah. It is badass looking. It just doesn't have enough it still doesn't have enough longevity for me. Because we probably, between my husband and myself, I think on a light day it's probably 250 plus miles if we go out.
Yeah. Well, I heard that also too with that bike, they were having issues with something about the torque, that it was way too much torque on it, that they was having problems balancing it out or something like that.
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah.
Possible. I haven't test drove any Harleys since.
Yeah.
I tried out the Indian. I literally had,
What was that? Your battery tending cord?
yeah, I had an 2018 anniversary Street Glide. I had traded in my 08 Street Glide for it. But I had 3 stomach surgeries and I couldn't even lift my bike up.
Oh wow.
I took my husband's bike one day. I'm like, I wonder if it looks easy. And he at the time had the Chieftain Limited.
Mhm.
I was like, I wonder if I could get his, and I literally lifted that thing up one-handed. It's so well balanced. It was ridiculously easy. I took his bike, took off. I literally still couldn't even really pick my bike up. I took off on his bike, rode it to work, took it to work, didn't tell him. Drove around after work, went out cruising, came home. He came home from work and I said, I'm going to India tomorrow. He said, bye. I said, I'm trading in my bike.
Nice.
I thought he was gonna shit.
Yeah, it's the Scout, isn't it? That the Street Fighter version.
Well, there's the Street Bob. They have the Scout, the Indian Scout, the Bobber.
Uh-huh.
Those ones aren't bad. They're not exact.
I'm
need
talking
to-
about the one that's got the mirrors on the outside of on the end of the bars. Let me see if I can find it. It looks like almost like an older like Mad Max type crotch rocket. Let me see here.
Yeah, Jim. I can't believe you didn't notice my tail on my old bikes.
Dude, no.
That poor tail has seen more freaking crap than.
I mean, I think I've only really seen your bike like once.
I was so mad. He pulled apart my bike before I even got out there.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Like,
That Challenger's
like
a
in the
good looking
that
background.
looks good. It needs it could use a little better editing, but not bad.
Hey, I did what I could. It was a first.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a little stop. Oh, Josie, shit. Sorry, Josie, I was too busy watching Carrie's video. Cheers, girl.
Maybe it's a Chief
Yeah.
Dark Horse.
Oh, the Chieftain Dark Horse. Oh, the chief, the actual chief, the Chief vintage style. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'm still
Uh-huh.
going through.
No fairing, right?
No fairing. Yeah, it's like a bobber looking.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
What else we got here?
I
Seth,
actually just had a lady today ask me to make her a heat shield for one of those.
what up, Seth?
Yeah, the only thing I don't like about my Indian is the heat off the heads
Yeah.
gets really fucking sick. I mean, sick. That's why I started
That's why you
making-
made that shield.
Yep. That's why I started making them.
Mhm.
A lot of people, I didn't, nothing against what was out there, but the guy I ordered the one I originally wanted, Dan bought me as a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
8.5 months and Dan chasing him down for
What?
them to get the heat shield he ordered me. And then he sent it
Round 2?
with the wrong fucking name on it.
Really?
Oh, I was friggin' livid. And Dan paid like the original one he bought me was like, I think he paid like $275 for it.
No
It's a
shit.
Scout Bobber.
Oh yeah, the Scout Bob. Two of my girlfriends both ride them, and they're really not a bad bike if you single person and you really don't
Uh-huh.
want to, and you're looking for like a bar hopper. Those things got some sack.
Yeah.
They keep up with mine.
Yeah, that's a good looking bike.
Yeah, they
And
are.
the price isn't bad on them for, I mean, $12,000 for an
Mhm.
Indian. That's
Hmm.
Yeah, see, I have the Chieftain classic.
If I could drop 100 pounds, I'll buy a Janus.
let me see here. Chieftain Classic.
Buy what Janus?
Janus. It's a Janus. Look it up. Freaking.
What the hell's
There-
a Janus?
It looks like freaking old school bike. Freaking.
Nice.
Let me see if I can pull up the freaking. How do we?
No,
I like the Challenger Dark Horse. That's a good looking bike.
Yeah, my husband has the Challenger, but he didn't want the Dark Horse because one, he doesn't like the whole blackout thing.
Yeah.
But they also, because of a supply chain, it takes you way longer to get one of those in. Like there's like a 6-month delay easily,
Oh, sure.
as opposed to it took my husband like 2.5 months to get his from the time we ordered it
Mhm.
versus 8 months.
That's a Janus. But the
Oh,
biggest
all
one,
right, yep.
the biggest one they make is a 450 or
450.
420, something like that. Freaking. Yeah.
I want a
freaking-
Royal
yeah,
Enfield. I want to
yeah,
get a
the-
Himalayan, but
Yeah, the biggest one they make is a 450. So, yeah, freaking. But like you said, it's a great little bar hopper. Freaking. Actually, they look quite comfortable. So, freaking.
I don't.
Ooh,
Those
the
spring
Scout
things
60 looks pretty good too. That's a pretty good looking bike.
too little for me.
Yeah, I like that classic look like that. I really
look
do.
Look
Yeah.
up the 18 Chieftain Classic.
Yeah, no, was looking at the Chieftains. Those are nice.
Yeah, I have the Chieftain Classic with the shark fins and stuff. I like that full skirted fender.
Oh, they only show I like the full skirted fender too. I think that's bitchin'. They only show the Chieftain Dark Horse, the Chieftain Limited, and the Chieftain Elite.
Yeah, they don't make the Classic anymore, from what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Got to buy them used.
Ooh, Indian Springfield. That's good looking.
Yeah, Springfield's, it's the same thing as the Dark Horse, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, they got a Springfield and they got a Springfield Dark Horse. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
The Springfield has that closed front fender.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That is a good look. That's one of the cool things about Indians is those fenders.
And my husband's got the Challenger, and I will say
That's a big bike.
it's a lot of fucking bike. That thing smokes my bike.
The big bike.
The torque on it. I could have kicked my husband's ass the one time. The one time I said, honey, I'm like, we'll just take your bike. He had just gotten it, no sissy bar, nothing. I said, I'll be fine. I've ridden for years. I don't need a sissy bar. Friggin' holding on to him. He freaking had it in sport mode and fucking hopped on the throttle. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna do a Karen. I don't want to fall off the back.
One of
Fucking
these
Josie.
FTRs.
Josie, you're getting crazy over there.
Those FTRs are pretty fun. I
She
actually
is.
did ride one of those.
And
I
she is
tested out
again.
one of those just to see what they were like.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Big
That
kid.
is an Indian.
Yeah.
Cheers, buddy.
Now that's my kind of bike right there.
Josie trying to get me ripped up.
I wanted to
Kind of like the Carbon. Between the Carbon and the Rally, I like those two.
Fucking hey, girl.
have you seen the Royal Enfield Himalayans?
I have seen the Royal Enfields.
What's
Yeah,
up,
man.
sausage? Cheers.
I actually, a buddy of mine that I used to play Xbox with a lot. He rode one out from Texas.
Oof.
Does he hate it?
Tank wobble
yeah.
is a thing, but weight is
Yeah.
involved. Huh?
He really did. I rode a Ninja from
Fucking-
Alamogordo, New Mexico, all the way to
Jose.
Covina, California. Straight shot, just gas stops.
Mm.
Fucking good.
And I was doing about $1.10 most of the
Uh-huh.
way. And that was terrible, man. I'll never forget that ride.
Cheers, you troublemaker.
I've heard mixed reviews, but I've heard a lot of not so great reviews about the Himalayan, and I was like, damn, I was hoping.
What? Huh? Come
What,
on.
James?
I'm not allowed to get on anything about 250 cc's that goes onto the street anymore.
Huh?
It's just, yeah, my wife, well, nope.
Oh,
And it's that way there. It keeps me off the freeway and keeps me from getting out of hand. That's the way she feels.
my husband, I tried to
Oh,
place
you
it
can't
one
go
day 'cause I
over
didn't have a
250?
mountain bike.
250
Nobody-
cc's.
That's your max? Well, you can get one of them Janices.
Shit.
Dude.
My husband gave me crap because I tried to play sick one day, and I wasn't even trying to play. I was really sick, and I was like, I can't ride. I need to ride, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, they make those Janus in 250.
he gave me crap. Didn't want me riding on the back. He like told me to
Yeah.
get on my own.
You got your own bike, bitch. Get on your own bike.
Well, he didn't.
I
call
went
me
and got
bitch.
my motorcycle license because of that KP 200. And man, I got that
Jose.
thing on the freeway. It was cool around town, but I got it on the freeway to go to the DMV.
Oh hell no!
Dude, I dropped a gear, dude. I was on the freeway cruising and I dropped from 6th down to 5th to try and speed up around a semi. And guess what?
What
Oh
up?
hell no!
That semi, that bumper was close, bro. I was like, fuck that, dude. Sold
Yeah, you
that
don't
bike,
want to hit
dude.
the bumper of
And
that.
they're great little bikes for around town, dude. The American Life In really, for a Chinese bike, they're really balanced real well. They don't vibrate a lot, but they're just for around town, dude. They got nothing above
Yeah.
65, 70 miles an hour. It's
Yeah,
just
dude.
in the gear ratio on those things, dude. You drop a gear like those little KP minis and stuff like that, like the Grom clones. They're
Yeah.
fun, but that's all they are is fun.
Yeah, they're not meant for highway speed, man.
No,
God,
that's why I
Nick.
was so jazzed about Bubs and them riding those across the country.
Remember when Doris and I bought those highest songs?
Hey, dude, that was fun. That thing, those little thing did 70 miles an hour, get
Those little
71,
freaking
did 70
Dude,
miles to the
this-
gallon. It got
easy.
71 miles.
You
per-
guys bought some High Suns?
Yeah, sorry.
yeah. We
It
both
got,
had them.
it got 71.
High Sun's not a bad product.
That thing got 71 miles per gallon and it do 70 miles an hour. So
Yeah,
freaking-
we both
was-
had. She had the sport version, and I had the classic version of
Mhm.
the Hyosung Aguila back in
The
God,
The
early
200,
2000s.
the 250 cc bike.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that lit the Hartley and then the Sportster.
yeah.
Yeah, hers Doris's looked like a tiny freaking fat boy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
did mine. But
Yeah, the
Doris
little
had the
Hartleys.
sport version. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They hardly went anywhere, but they were good. We moved to New Hampshire. I didn't know that I couldn't do like I did in Massachusetts. I couldn't just walk in and get my permit, ride my permit for 2 years and not bother getting my license.
Right.
I moved
Was
to
that
New
the
Hampshire.
4-speed ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I moved to New Hampshire and I applied for my permit because I wanted to make sure I was legal.
Uh-huh.
And they looked at me and said, okay, when do you want to make your appointment to get your license? I was like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, I got 2. They're like, no, you have 30 days in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I had to go out. I didn't even have a bike at the time. I had to go out and buy a bike,
Uh-huh.
go through all the bullshit. So I bought one of those cheap little Hyosungs, freaking whipped through, got my license, no problem. Doris got her license the easy way
Uh-huh.
by accident.
Uh-huh.
He
That
begged.
was one of the funniest times I could ever think of. Is check this out, Dorito, right? Now Doris already had a motorcycle license, but she had no clue how to ride. Okay.
None. Zero. Scary.
Yeah.
Almost freaking T-bone Jimmy
Yeah.
and scared the crap out
Yeah,
of all
yeah,
of us.
yeah, yeah. We're in we're in the parking lot where the testing is done. And so she can ride the course and get a little fucking, a little practical practice, right? And freaking 3 of us, me, her, and her husband at the time, were sitting on our bikes watching Doris ride around. And a cop rolls up on his bike. And what's up with her? I was like, oh, she just tested. She already had her license. She just tested. Why? Why she tested?
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Explain how
Because-
she got her license.
Yeah. Freaking when we got married, she already had the permit, and the idiot fucking chick at the freaking DMV just transferred it over.
And gave
Freaking
her her
right-
license.
Gave her her license without.
Oh, you
Without her
just
ever
got
being
married.
tested.
Congratulations. Think.
Uh-huh.
Yep. No test, nothing.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
good to go.
My
Well,
test
you-
that I had to take in New Mexico, I took the written test, went back a week later, and the guy goes, okay, this is your bike. I had a Ninja. He walked around. I had a Ninja 600. He walked around. It was a 600 with the 750 swing arm and a strut, so it sat real low.
Yeah.
And he walks around it, looks at it, and he goes, oh, that's nice. He goes, okay, hop on it. And I hopped on it. He said, start it. Said, do your signals, ran me through all that. And then he says, do me a favor, ride around the outside perimeter of the parking lot. I said, okay. I rode around the outside of the perimeter of the parking lot, pulled right up, didn't even go out of first gear. And then he just said, okay, you passed. And I got my license.
Yeah.
You
There was
guys
no
are so
nothing.
lucky.
Yeah.
Huh?
That was, well, remember, Kerry, he's,
Unlike California, you got to
Yeah.
ride in a circle, figure 8, ride in a circle, go straight, come back, ride in a
Oh,
circle, figure
freaking
8.
New
New
Hampshire.
Hampshire's
you,
just as bad,
you have
but
to do you have to do a zigzag,
Through the
column,
cones.
right? And
Yeah.
then you have to go through the speed trap, and you have to stop in a certain spot without hitting the
Yeah.
cop. Freaking-
without hitting the cop, and you have to hit 40 miles an hour.
yeah, through the speed trap. That's what I'm
I was
saying.
like, what the?
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I'm on a
And-
250. I'm lucky if it does 40 miles an hour. I'm
Well,
back.
on that part, they just make you go out of the parking lot and then go around the corner. Where I took
Yeah.
mine, they make you go out of the parking lot, around the corner, and then come back in and stop.
Now
quick.
this was all done in like this was
A
all this
little tiny
testing
parking
was
lot.
done in a little parking lot with the taking up maybe 15 car parking spots.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole the whole
Tight.
fucking track. And it's
Right.
like,
And they're telling you get up to speed. And like,
yeah.
I
Uh-huh.
when I went, there was literally 50 of us in line. I was the only female. Those motherfuckers stood behind me.
Uh-huh.
Every guy lined up behind me and was like, "Well,
Yep,
let
you
her
first.
go."
Yeah.
The
Uh-huh.
cop looked at him
I
and
would
said, "Shame on you
fuck all that.
all."
I'm sorry. I would have been
Uh-huh.
like, you know what? I'm going before this girl because if I don't pass
Uh-huh.
and she passes, at least I'll be gone
I kid
Ye-
you
before
not.
that happens.
I went, they literally stood there, got me up in front, and I literally went and I was shitting peeing Twinkies. I was literally,
Yeah.
I have the worst anxiety ever. I do not like people, do not like crowds. And if you're like,
Right.
everybody stay, I panic.
Mm.
I went and I was like, you motherfucker, I'm just going to do it. I have to get my license because I have to drive this home.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, all right. I went and I did the whole thing. I had to do the speed stop twice because I couldn't get that stupid little thing up to 40 in the little area. And the guy was like, after I got it, he passed me and everything. No problem. He looked at all the guys, literally turned around and said, "Shame on you all for letting this little lady go first." He said, "She passed. You all better hope you do as well." I was like,
Yeah, that's why I would have wanted to go before you because fuck that, man.
and I watched the guy do it on his Road King.
I was just gonna
That's
say,
the
can you
challenge.
imagine if you would have
That-
pulled up on like a big old wide glider or a
Well,
road
that's the
king?
thing. That's the thing. The course in New Hampshire is set up for a big bike, small bike, right? But even with the big bike, the course is fucking tight, dude.
They made that
Right.
motherfucker do it on the little bike. They made him do it on the little bike. He was literally right behind me. I laughed. I was like, shame on you. Letting
Yeah.
the girl go first. Bastard.
Yeah, I would say here in California, just go ahead and take the course. It ain't even like the hassle that they put you through, like that little spot that they make you run in, the figure 8. You
Yeah.
got to do the it's not even really a figure 8. You're doing a circle. It's almost like a dumbbell. You
Yeah.
do the circle, and then you come across the line, do another circle, come across the line, do a tighter circle,
Yeah.
come across the line, do a tighter circle, come across the line, and then you do your slalom, and then
Yeah.
you have to do your stop without putting your feet down. You know, that sort of, my thing is I have 2 left feet. I hit
Uh-huh.
the same damn corner going to the restroom in the morning at my house every day. It's a ritual. I
And you put your foot
literally
down.
do. I hit the same toe on the same corner,
Uh-huh.
doing the same thing every morning.
That's dirt
So-
bike-itis, just so you know.
Huh?
That's dirt bike-itis, because you're too used to your brain's riding a dirt bike all the time. You know
No,
what I'm
I'm
saying?
more used to street bikes than I am to dirt, bro. I feel more comfortable on the street. Dude,
Yeah,
I'll tell you
but
right
you're
now,
taking-
and this is the
but-
God honest truth.
But
I would
taking your
rather
feet-
crash on the pavement than crash in the dirt any day, because you can slide. If you got good gear, either way,
You'll
if you
slide,
got good
yeah.
gear, you
And
can
see,
just
yeah,
slide
guess what?
real good. if
You
know
don't
how to
break bones in the
compromise.
sand. You don't break bones crashing in the
You
sand.
break bones in sand.
Yes, you do.
I
'cause
beg
you
to
get,
differ, Jimmy. You do.
yeah,
Well, that
it'll
was
make you
that's
flail,
that was a
bro.
manicured lawn. That's different.
It was not a manicured lawn.
Oh, it was a ditch. Sorry.
It was a drainage ditch outside of
Yeah.
a fucking farm.
Yeah. That's different, Kerry. That's all packed down.
think about it.
It was
Jim-
not packed
Jimmy.
down. It was soft and mushy, and it looked like a pleasant field,
Mm.
asshole. It was
Think about
pretty.
it. Dirt and street. You're wearing full gear for both situations. Okay, so that's not.
Sausage.
Not me. I
So
was
there's
just
nothing.
freaking
But
t-shirt.
check this out. Think about it.
But on a dirt bike, it's okay to put your foot down. You're always putting your foot down on dirt bikes.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. But no, check this out. Let's do an example here. You're going, let's say smooth dirt
Yeah.
straight away, smooth pavement straight away. You're
Yeah.
both wearing the sufficient, the best gear possible for both
Yeah.
situations. Okay.
Yeah.
You lay that bike down, and you're luckily in both situations, you're laying the bike down, you're kicking it, you're going into a slide. Okay.
Okay.
Slow you
Now,
down.
which one do you think is gonna get you the quickest? The dirt or the pavement?
Sand will get you.
Huh?
Sand will get you quickest.
Yep, because you're gonna
Pavement will
grip. You're
slide.
gonna end up getting some sort of traction like that, and it's gonna toss you. Where opposed with the pavement, if you go down and you kick something out, you
Oh,
got
digging in.
sliding.
Okay, I got you.
You slide. That's what I'm saying. So when you go down on
Well-
the dirt, you have more of
well-
a chance of it tossing you around.
Well, I've dug in more on pavement than I've fucked my legs up more on pavement than I have in dirt.
Oh yeah.
That's just
Well,
'cause you're
over the
not
bars is over the bars. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, over the bike, high siding, over the bars. It's all
I've
the
gone
same.
over the bars.
Impact
You
sucks.
Yeah, it hurts.
know,
That hurts like a motherfucker.
yeah. That was, remember that one, the bike I got off of Sean Buckley, freaking, I went over the bars on that thing, freaking.
Mhm.
That
I
wasn't
center
fun.
punched a buddy of mine at 100 miles an hour, dude. We were playing kill switch
125
tag
was
like
the main
dipshits,
one.
and
Oh,
he
the
went by me and he
pussy.
hit my kill switch and he took off, and I hit my kill switch back on. I dropped 2 gears and I just went on it, and I was in this blind spot, and I had a super trap header
Ooh.
with a Vantonite pipe on it. And that thing was loud as hell. And he could hear me coming up, and he thought I was right up on his side. He
Yeah.
couldn't see me in this mirror. So he just dropped a couple
Oh.
gears and hit his brakes, and I center punched him.
Oh.
Boom! And I hit
Oh,
him.
Hold on a
almost
second.
knocked-
So sorry, I just had to jump in for a second because I'm looking at the chat. Sausage, send it again because I didn't recognize you. All right, send it again.
But I hit him so hard that it knocked his hands off the bike. He luckily made it. He grabbed the bike and he's like this, dude,
Yeah.
wobbling out of it. And I was coming at him again because I was going so fast. I center punched him, and then I went boom, and then I was like that, still coming at him. And I just kicked the bike down and slid to a stop, dude. All I did was I broke a foot peg and I bent my shifter a little bit, and I got the
Mhm.
scar on my ankle to prove it, dude. I got
Mm.
all the way down to the bone, dude. And I actually walked away from that sucker. I got so lucky, dude.
Might
I
have
got
to-
so lucky. I
got
kind
cut
of
off
climbed
one
the
knee
bike
by
and
its
slid
foot.
on it a little bit. And when I felt it starting to hop a little bit, I just
Mhm.
kicked it away and slid. I had good jacket
Man,
on.
I've dumped
jeans.
bikes I've dumped so many bikes. The only time I've ever had to go to the hospital was when I flipped the four-wheeler with the wife on the back and the thing fucking punched me in the face. Freaking,
Yeah.
I got like 50 stitches in my face.
Oh, you can ask Luch, dude. I was
Thank
a
God.
crash.
That's
Dude.
one of the cases. It was thank God I wasn't wearing a fucking face shield freaking helmet because I would have fucking had all that fucking plastic in my fucking face.
I like helmets. That's all
Hey, I
I
like
gotta
helmets
say.
too.
I
like
really like helmets too.
But let's just say I can't. I've never liked the full face. I never liked the full face because it's too claustrophobic for me.
I
So I'm the guy.
understand, dude.
So I'm the guy that wears the old melon ones, right?
Yeah.
And so if I was wearing my old melon one, freaking that plastic shield in the front, all of that would have been in my face. All that plastic. I'd probably had a couple hundred stitches.
I admit I was when I crashed, I wasn't
this.
wearing one.
Old Schultze. This little Jimmy on his bike. I know nothing.
One of those German fucking helmets. Not me. I have,
Oh, sausage. Okay.
I have one of the,
Oh, it's dusty as hell, dude. It's a prop.
I have
Luch
one of
won't
those.
wear it.
What do you call it? The Shoei Neotech
Mhm.
2. I have one of those, and then I call it my brain bucket, my little half helmet. I'm more likely to wear the half helmet because I get so sweaty. I don't know how women wear full face helmets with big globs of hair because it's just itchy and gross.
Mm.
I have to wear one of those little beanies to keep my hair, the liners, to keep my hair from getting all skanky.
Right.
I had an X when I had I had a little VFR Interceptor, VF 500.
Yeah.
I like the little crotch rockets, you know what I mean? The ones you could throw around back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And we're down at Huntington Beach, and she used to take, and when she wear her helmet, she'd put a ponytail. She had real long blonde hair, and she would tuck her ponytail behind her shirt.
Yeah.
You know, but when you get going after a while, that ponytail comes out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
Oh, yeah.
we're going
Yeah.
down PCH, and it was an open spot, and then we get down towards Newport, and I'm splitting traffic. Okay, it was the light, so I was splitting traffic going through the light, and her ponytail came out. Dipshiticus decides to go like this while I'm splitting traffic, and she's high up on the seat. You know what I mean? Because
She gets
it's a
stuck on
little
somebody?
500 crotch rocket. Yeah. So you know what happened to a mirror, right?
Don't.
Yeah, I ended up clipping a mirror.
Oh,
So I jammed. I went down about 5 or 6 miles. I pulled over. I called her dad and said, "Can you please come get her? I don't want her on this motorcycle anymore. Somebody's going to get hurt."
damn.
You know? Yeah.
Right.
I literally, I have this thing. I have, you know, those, you know what a do-rag is?
Yeah.
I literally wear a do-rag. I don't, it's hilarious because I don't give a shit what I look. I'm like, whatever. If you don't like the way
Right.
I look, don't look at me. But I literally put that thing on with the big old freaking bow, like the freaking back in the day. Literally, this is all wrapped up under there. Like, I'm like, it gets so, if I don't, it gets so dang, it'll take me literally an hour, if not more. And then I'm losing clumps of hair trying to get out all the snarls because it's so thin. But even being long, it gets, look at it, this is just from regular riding season. Just since last fall, I didn't bother to get a haircut, but it's all wispy from it, from me brushing it out all the time.
Uh-huh.
Brushing out
Yeah,
all
You
the
get,
snarls.
you get all those freaking split in.
Oh yeah, mad
I don't
snarl.
know.
That's how it is. That picture of me who stand there with my Papa Jimmy, the one where I had the long hair where it's like that. I had it just cut, and I actually rode my motorcycle over to the house for Christmas. And I always just wore a ponytail and let it go out of my helmet. And I always wore full face, but when I take out my ponytail, it was just like that page boy.
Yeah, exactly.
I actually learned how to twist my hair around and use one tiny little clip so it doesn't make it look all funky. So that when I take it out, it just looks wavy. It doesn't even look like this.
I don't even understand. And I'm sorry, I'm not even trying to talk here like girl tricks. I don't understand how you women can take your hair and roll it all up into a bun and take some good sized strands of hair and just go, and it's tied up in a bun. It's just like,
Uh-huh.
You mean like
ooh, look
this?
at that. It's getting better.
Uh-huh.
Like this? Whoop. This is not even a joke. This is
It's magic
My-
trick, okay?
my daily
Mhm.
hair. So my chopsticks.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
My
I've seen
husband
that
says to
one,
me,
but
you know, you have Hello Kitty in your hair. I was like, get my hair out of my face. Whatever. Hello Kitty.
I like
chopsticks.
Liz's. She goes whip, 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 and then rip, and
Yeah.
she's got a freaking turkey fan.
Oh, the turkey. Yeah, I don't do the turkey fan because my hair always gets stuck in the hair elastic. I'm like, I cannot stand doing that. You end up with the big boof.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like a turkey fan.
Yeah, I do.
Like a turkey.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
want to tell her that, but
I love her to death, but I can't do it.
In fact, where the hell is she? She freaking pokes me a half hour before I go live. And what? No live? And I sent the freaking link and she don't show. Freaking.
You know why she said that? I said I was on the phone with her. I
Ah.
said, "What did Uncle Jimmy fall asleep?"
All right.
She's like, "Probably."
That's what it was. It's exactly what it was. They're freaking, it's freaking what do you call it?
be right back.
I got up early. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I had gotten up early. I didn't sleep too well last night, but I had gotten up early, had a good day, and freaking, then I had eaten something good and freaking just freaking kicked back, fell asleep, man.
I do the same thing. The minute I ate a sandwich today, after we got back from running around, all I had was a sandwich. I had 2 sips of my coffee and I was laying down watching YouTube and I was like, next thing I know, Dan's talking to me. I'm like, what? Shut up.
Right.
Good.
2 hours in the can every morning. Come on, swamp donkey.
2 hours in the
That's
bathroom.
some funk ass.
I don't spend no 2 hours in the bathroom. I spend like fucking this shit.
Uh-huh.
I'm in and out. I take less time than Dan does. I'm like,
Right.
go in, shower, get out, leave my hands
Yeah.
dripping wet. I don't
He
care.
must have one of them high maintenance models.
What, Dan?
No, freaking swamp donkey.
Oh, hell no. I used to do that when I had to leave the house and go to the office. It would take me an hour and a half to get ready for work. I'm good. Now I put makeup on maybe once a month if I'm lucky.
Right.
And that's only because somebody else is.
Doris don't even own makeup, for Christ's sake.
Nah, I still have makeup, but I just don't wear it.
She might have nail polish that she never uses, but
I can't not have my nails done. I can't. They just end up looking like man nubs.
Yeah, but you know her, she's washing her hands all day, every day.
No?
So it's like freaking,
Huh.
it won't stay on,
Yeah, well, I wash my hands probably freaking once an hour, for Christ's sakes, Jimmy. I don't like, I'm freakish
All
about
right.
and you just got to get your nails done. Acrylic,
Oppressive is what it is. What?
shellac works. It stays on and it stays shiny.
All right. Well, she don't do that more often. That's all I'm getting at.
It's just
Freaking-
expensive to have it done all the time. Mm.
Oh yeah, she ain't gonna have someone else do her nails. Fuck no.
Now, I have my nail tech. The only complaint he has is because I dye stuff so much
Mhm.
that occasionally I go in and like under my nails is like black or pink or purple, whatever project I was working on. Occasionally, at one point, he told me my nails were suspect. My fingers were suspect because I dyed my hand totally like poop brown.
Oh Jesus.
My gloves, I bought cheap gloves, and my nails poked holes.
Yeah.
It literally looked like I wiped my hand through poop.
Yeah. Don't buy those again.
Yeah, no. I buy those. What is it? Nite Trail, the big thick ones now.
Right. Need reading material. Hey, that's true. I need reading material. I gotta get the broadcaster mailed to me.
The what? The hell
The
is that?
freaking it's an outdoor magazine. It's a monthly outdoor newspaper that is printed in New Hampshire.
I should have sent you. I should have said. I wish I had known. I get a car magazine for collector cars from Haggerty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, all the time. It's actually not a bad magazine, surprisingly. It came with my insurance subscription.
Oh, yeah.
It got some pretty freaking cool ass cars in there. I'm like, damn. I started watching the YouTube videos just so I could see the classic cars. What's a freaking library? What's like a
Mhm.
freaking library? I missed that part. Oh, the bathroom. I got it now. Yeah, kinda. It's the only place we get peace around here. I'll be right back. I gotta go get a
Yeah,
drink.
go ahead, do what you gotta do. I've been meaning to find this thing on here. Freaking, it's a free rag up in New Hampshire. Freaking. Maybe I gotta put that in my search. More about New England. But. Mhm. Yeah. I'll have to search it another time. It's like a freaking library. What? Mhm. Jimmy C, you're so high. Seth, you so high. I bet you are, man. Bet you are. Where did I put that? Freaking. Oh. Ah. Ah. That's why I called it the wrong name. It's the Hawkeye. Mhm. See? The Hawkeye. Let's see. Hawkeye News. Aha, there we go. Yeah. I don't know why I was calling her broadcaster.
Oh, dude. I went upstairs to get a drink and
Yeah.
all I can smell is freaking, it smells like a giant garlic bomb up there. Garlic and rosemary.
Oh, nice.
I made
Like an Italian restaurant. This is the magazine I was talking about, Kerry. Sorry. The Hawkeye, not the broadcaster.
Ah,
It'll-
no, I made chicken, I mean garlic. It's garlic, rosemary, onion, and some other spices anyway. But
Swamp donkey.
apparently I used way too much garlic because it fucking stinks like a giant garlic bomb up there. Oh,
all right, my turn. Can you guys hold it down for a minute so I can pee and smoke a butt?
just don't pee in front of me and I'm good.
Well, I ain't gonna do that. And I haven't, it's been about what, freaking 40 something years since I've done that. So we'll
Thank
keep it at that,
God.
right?
10 years. I'm Brazilian. I can wait.
You know what? I'll make you co-host just in case someone shows up.
I don't know what that is, but
He's giving you the power.
The power, yeah.
the power of what?
The power to let people in and out.
Oh,
It'll ring and you'll see, someone, it'll pop up that someone's trying to get in.
You could actually mute me if you like Squirrel wanted me to.
Oh, that's
Uh-huh.
fucked
Wanted
up.
to meet you.
Yeah.
I
You have the power. I'll be right back.
I've done that in work meetings to one of the guys I work with. He's a millennial and he cries like a little girl.
Uh.
That's insane. I'm like, dude, grow some. I'm like, you need to grow like 100 bazillion layers of skin. You have none. That kid, he is. He's a mad sissy.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
I can take a lot of things until it comes to certain things. My wife being one of them. That to me is when that line gets crossed. I get a
What?
little pissy.
What? Like no
Disrespect. You know what I
kid,
mean?
like got offended because I work for a major. I work for a very large corporation that
Mhm.
is has internet in like lots of holdings.
Okay.
I don't want to say the name because but this kid got offended because they used minions in our meeting
Uh.
as like an encouragement thing, just as a for comical thing. He got
He
bent.
got butt hurt.
He got butt hurt because they were calling us minions.
Oh, jeez.
I was like, dude, it was a comical one.
You're freaking ridiculous.
You're a sissy. Stop it.
Them Gen Z are a lot worse. Man, that's Gen Xers though, buddy. Let me
I
tell you.
think- What's Gen Z?
That's right after the X. That's right after us.
Trying to think. So this kid's probably late 20s, early 30s. Is that Gen Z? Or is that millennium?
I would say that might be millennial because you had boomers, Generation X, wasn't it? Then Generation Z.
Yeah, I'm a Gen Xer.
Yeah, the same here. I'm a Gen Xer too. We're the slacker generation.
Yeah, well, we were the slacker generation. I'm not a slacker.
Yeah, no, I know. That's because our parents kicked the shit out of us. You had the door, you had the
Yeah, my parents.
and that's what Generation Z is kind of more the tail end of. What did they call them? The deadbolt kids or whatever the latchkey kids.
Latchkey hover helicopter mom kids.
Yeah, the ones that were raised, basically they raised by the TV and all that stuff. What is that? What did they call that? Latchkey or I can't remember the certain name they gave that.
I just call them crybabies.
Yeah.
Go on.
See, our generation, we were either babied or we were thrown out the door and just said, suck it up, Buttercup. There was only two kinds with our generation.
Buckle up,
Yep.
Buttercup.
Yep.
That was even my girls, my own girls, Red and her sisters.
Yeah.
They're so not like a lot of their friends.
Yeah.
Thank God.
The sun's out. Don't come home.
Yeah, it wasn't even that. I
Yeah.
wanted to know where they were and what they were up to, who they were with.
Yeah.
But I
just
also
get out and
gave
do
them the
something.
room. Yeah. Well, I gave them the room to make their own mistakes. You make them, you figure it out. You make your bed, you lay in it. You know the consequences. If you're not working hard for what you have, I'm not going to hand it to you.
Yeah.
It ain't
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yep. And that's the hard thing for like us right now, especially because now in our day of times, we can't just open the door and tell our kids to go play and know where they're at. You know what I mean? Even knowing where they're at, you let them go play out front. You can't even really do that anymore. And that's the one thing that sucks is it's not like the hover mom or anything like that, but our kids are more restricted to their own home environment than anything unless they're out with us, because it's just there's too many psychos out in the world now, and especially out in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
Southern California in general.
Yep. I hate to say it, but nothing offensive. I could not live out there. I am.
Oh, it's all good. I understand this. A lot of people couldn't live out here, but I was born and raised out here. So, to me, it's home. So it's like,
Yep.
As opposed to somebody like a transplant, I understand.
Yeah, like that's how my husband. I don't mind visiting. I just could not. I don't agree with a lot of the restrictions that are placed.
Yeah. As opposed to growing up with them and not even really thinking about them as restrictions. I understand.
Exactly. And I'm like, I couldn't do it. I would have to, I can't, I'm like, I'm good.
But see, we can split lanes on the freeway out here.
That is the thing that kills me is out here. That's a fucking sin. And I'm like, why? It's so much safer. If you're, if
is.
being a motorcyclist, I cannot tell you how many times you on the highway, freeway, whatever, stop and go try. My husband and I have gotten stuck, and I think it was maybe 2 years ago. We got stuck behind a fatality, and the traffic was probably backed up a good 4 miles. But we were on the motorcycles. The cars had us trapped in the middle lane, wouldn't let us out, and were being assholes. And finally I got pissed, and he said to me, "What are you doing?" I said, "They can fucking pull me over, they can ticket me, whatever. My leg's burning. I have a burn on my inside of my thigh right now from my bike.
Mhm.
I'm getting the fuck off this highway. And yeah, I'm gonna lane split. And if they aim at me, shame on them." I
Yeah.
literally I lane split enough that I had to pull up alongside of a truck driver and literally wave and say, "Listen, can you block this so I can get off? I have a burn on my leg. I need to get off the highway." He literally skated up enough so that I could get off and blocked it so that when a car saw me going over, they tried to block the lane.
Yeah.
The truck driver actually pulled the trailer over and said, "Just get alongside of me and I'll pull over so that you can get over into the breakdown lane and get off the next exit."
Yeah.
Sure enough, he rode that thing down with us. And I was like, damn, sweet. But it's scary.
Yeah. Well,
I'd rather lane split and be free and be done with it.
well, they did it out here in California. Main reason was because bikes were overheating back in the day. You know, the air cooled bikes, and
Yeah, my
it
bike is
technically is you're only supposed to be able to split between diamond lane and fast lane and whatever that other lane is, whether it's third, second, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's 25-mile-an-hour speed. So if there's traffic and cars are going 15 miles an hour, you can technically do 40, but you're liable. It's the share of the lane. It's sharing two vehicles can't share the same lane at one time. And if you're in that lane that vehicle's already there, then it's technically you're liable. So, you know, if they open up the door on you and you hit the door, I
you're
think that's a
liable,
different story. I think that's a completely different story because they were aiming for you and they're responsible. But if someone's getting over and they didn't see you and they're getting over and you hit them like that, I think it's a no fault sort of thing. Or if you damage that car real bad, it's your fault.
Yeah, they up here they don't allow it at all.
Yeah.
In all honesty, that was
Yep.
probably the one thing I liked about out there. I was like, damn, that's so much. It makes more sense. I like
It
right now,
does.
my bike is air cooled, so
Yeah.
if I get stuck in stop and go traffic, it can get really nasty.
Yeah, you overheat. Next thing you know, you're jacking up your motor and you're
And I'm
having to
jacking
put,
up
then
other
you're having to
people's
push your bike off the freeway.
Yep. And for me, it usually doesn't happen because I'll just my bike, I have the option. If it gets to a certain temperature, it will shut down one cylinder. So it'll
Nice.
shut down one of the heads, which is fine. That I'm good with. But it still gets freaking nasty. I literally it looked like I stuck my leg on a grill after that day. And because it was like 100, I want to say it was like 102, something like that, out for a temperature here. And it was just a freak thing. But like my husband, his new bike, his Challenger is the liquid cool, which if I could handle his bike, I probably would go to it, but I don't like my legs are too little. The way they sit, they're too wide. So I can barely reach the ground. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. It's funny because I always rode crotch rockets like Ninjas and Interceptors, stuff like that. And on my tennies, I always rode back pegs. I rode on the back pegs. I reach down, I shift, I reach down, I brake, with that whichever foot I needed at all times. I used to slap shift. I didn't mind if there was a foot peg or not on my shifter side.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I would just reach down and just slap shift with my leg or with
Yeah.
my foot, piece of cake. Well, it's so funny because I always had that burn, that little crescent
sink.
burn mark on the bottom of my shoe on the exhaust side because you could tell I rode the back pegs because it literally like right here
Yeah, the back of your heel.
on my tenny.
Yep.
I had that little burn mark,
Yeah,
that
that
little
little
crescent burn mark
Yep.
on my tenny because the exhaust right on the end of the tip right there, the pipe.
And you never felt the heat neither.
No, dude, no.
That's
Trust
what's
me,
funny.
dude, I'm an old 750 rider, okay? And when you're a big dude on a 750 riding upright, you are a windbreak, okay? So you have to get down out of the wind if you want to get this thing to do over 70 miles an hour. You know what I mean?
That's what.
Oh, dude, I always rode after third gear, dude. I was always kind of one arm in the tank, just relaxing and
Yeah,
on the
dude.
back pegs, just stretched out, comfy.
I literally
Yeah.
ride like I'm on my sofa. I'm like, whatever.
Right, exactly. Exactly, because you're
I
not
put my
trying to get
windshield
somewhere.
up when the wind's hitting. I'm like, my windshield goes up and down, Jimmy.
I like that idea.
I can put my windshield down when I'm slow rolling through town.
Can
and
you
I
adjust
put
the
it up-
height?
Yeah.
The
yeah. I
FJ
literally put
1200.
it up when I hit the highway. It goes right
Nice.
over. And it's-
Yeah.
boom. Dan's
Hey,
like, you're so lazy. I'm like, fuck you.
Hey, you know what I used to love on my 750? On my 750, you know what I used to do? I used to just put my bedroll on the handlebars,
Mhm.
and that was enough to make a windshield. It'd just go. I didn't have to duck
Just enough to
because
push
it
it
would.
up.
Yeah, it was enough to make the wind go over. But that wasn't on there. I never put it on there like regularly. It was only when I was going for long rides. But when I was using that to commute back and forth to freaking Acton,
Yeah.
that's when I'm hugging the tank because I'm trying to get to work in fucking 15 minutes. Freaking, it's a 45-minute ride normally, but on a bike, you lean down and you get there in no time. But the only way that bike could ever break 70 with me on it is if my belly's hugging the tank,
Not me. I literally sit exactly like I am now, slumped down, chilling out, my feet up on my highway
Yeah.
brakes, and I'm doing triple
What
digits,
size
and I'm just
motor?
like,
What size motor?
I don't know. It's like 1800 cc.
Yeah. Yeah. It's twice what I had.
It's either 1600 or 1800. I don't know. It's
Yeah. I'm talking a 1978 Honda 750, and
I know what bike you're talking about. You're talking about the brown.
Doesn't matter which one. I had
The
3 or 4 of them.
four-cylinder ones.
Yeah, 3. Yeah. 4-cylinder. But I've never had one. I never had one that didn't have leaky heads.
Oh yeah,
Because I never did. Dude, those things just ran. You know what I
Yep.
mean? It
That's
didn't matter
true.
if the
That thing-
heads
thing
leaked
would
or
fall
not.
off,
They
you
just
fix it, you
ran.
be right back.
I tried to blow one up I ran it for 2 weeks without oil in the fucking thing, and it never bothered it. You know what I mean? I still sold it for $500.
I remember one time, dude, being out on the highway. I had a Ninja 600 and I was tapping that sucker out in 6th gear, and I had my visor just cracked a little bit and I was tucked just enough to give me some air. You know what I mean? I'm jamming along and I just popped my head a little bit above the visor, above the windshield, and my visor just grabs, dude. No visor. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
you lost the visor?
Yeah, dude. Blew right off my helmet because I had it cracked just a little bit. And I was in 6th gear, dude, top of the rev limiter, dude. I'm just jamming down the road. The winds just got me at a little angle, you know what I mean? I'm just, come on, dude. And I just put my head up just a little bit, dude. The visor just instantly opened up and disappeared, dude. I'm like, what the?
I hate that, man.
I've definitely had I've had my neck snapped from doing that.
It didn't even do that, bro. It didn't even do that. It was that.
Yank the visor right off, right?
Yeah, it just ripped. I was going so fast, and I just put my head up just a little bit, but it was enough to where the wind hit that crack. And it just grabbed the visor and just blew it right off my helmet. I'm like, fuck.
Well, that was what
sunglasses.
That's what I loved. That's what I
helmet.
loved about it when I was hugging
Like
the
that.
tank, because if I come up to shit situation, dude, just standing up was was like throwing a parachute out, you know?
It's kind
Air brake.
it wasn't a
Uh-huh.
parachute. It's because you're like a sail, Jimmy. You're big enough
Right.
for a goddamn sail.
But that's what it was like, dude.
More like a circus tent sale.
You know,
Jesus Christ.
but I would go from say 90, 95 miles an hour to 70 like that, you know?
Jimmy's
Freaking-
hacksaw Jim Duggan huge, man. What the fuck?
Hey, hold on.
In
Yeah,
all,
look at-
in all
see?
honesty, my husband is so Jimmy's 6 foot something. My husband is.
I've seen it, Jimmy.
You still got that fucking thing, Jimmy?
Fuck yeah. Much to Doris's chagrin.
Dorito, my husband is probably just about 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", and he weighs like 280. Easy.
Built like a brick shit house, or he's got that Sicilian belly that he at Thanksgiving
Hey,
time
dude,
the plate is in the perfect position.
He looks like a
one or the other.
He looks like a cop waiting his days, okay?
Pretty much, yeah. He doesn't understand that he really looks like a fucking cop. He doesn't not understand that.
Yeah, especially when he puts like the freaking, he's got a pouch that he wears on his side, like a Leatherman or some shit. It really
That's
makes
probably
me,
his gun, Jimmy.
whatever.
Yeah,
probably his
no
gun.
whatever's, Jimmy.
If it's his gun and whatever, that makes him
There's a big
look more
difference
like a
between
cop.
Leatherman and a bang bang stick.
You know?
Yeah, no Leatherman. Yeah.
just-
It's either
seriously,
his gun or a weapon.
Whatever. You know,
Yeah,
a
not a
knife. It might be a knife or whatever, but I just remember seeing something on his hip. It
Probably
didn't.
his
It
gun.
wasn't a gun. It wasn't a gun. You know, it was freaking. but he was
I
wearing-
do have a couple bike knives that I've
Mhm.
actually been
It
to
might
the
have been.
sporting goods and I've
Was
seen
it
a
a
couple.
round? Was it a round thing? It
it's
might have
just
been the actual key for his bike, the fob.
okay. Might
I
be.
gotta-
Might have been that. But
He's
either
got a
way,
leather
it freaking.
holder.
Yeah, it freaking. You know, it
I was
just
gonna
makes him
say,
look
most
more like a
people don't
cop.
see his gun.
You know.
Yeah, most people don't see his gun. He carries concealed all the time.
Right.
I don't even know half the time. Yeah, no, he's got nice
Oh yeah,
little-
no,
he's got one that's probably about the blade on it's maybe
Yeah.
6 inches, if that. But that thing is vicious. It was custom made.
Pedal and pop bikes? What are you talking about? Pedal and pop? You mean freaking mopeds where you can pedal it and they still run gas?
yeah.
Yeah. We got
Pedal
them
and
out
pop.
here, dude.
They still have them. They're actually you can ride them down the street. If they got
Yeah, without a
pedals and
registration. If you can
50cc
pedal
motor,
it-
people.
Yeah, if you can pedal it, you don't need a registration.
Yep.
Yeah, up
And
here,
and it's
yeah,
not
up here you
supposed to
don't.
it's not supposed to go over 25.
This
But-
boy might start selling e-bikes pretty soon, dude. I
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
got hooked up with a vendor for e-bikes and scooters and all that, so I might be doing some of those pretty soon. And I'm
Nice.
looking into,
What kind? What kind are you looking at? Do you know?
huh?
What kind? What manufacturer?
It's Go. I don't remember the exact. It's through Tel Motor.
Mhm.
In other words, China.
I'm looking
Right.
at the ad motor scooter. The trike.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was looking at one of those just because I'm lazy, but I don't like
Well, hey, if you
I
if
like
you get a
riding. I just don't like pushing the hills here are
Ah.
too hard.
I'm telling you, you got to buy just buy a regular pedal bike trike, right? Freaking and buy 2 hubs or even 3 hubs so you can fit all 3 fucking wheels motorized.
So
An all-wheel drive pedal trike.
All-wheel
There
drive
you go,
freaking
Jesus
pedal trike.
Christ, Jimmy.
Exactly.
I
Do you
actually
want to count?
found a used one that's
She'll
Jimmy
climb
wants
the
to climb
hills.
Mount Wilson.
yeah, no, I don't need to climb Mount Wilson. I just need to be able to, where I live there's a lot of steep hills in my neighborhood. So when I try to ride my bicycle, I can't, I have to walk it up the hills.
Yeah, huh?
I'm weak.
Right. You can't even ride up. What is that freaking route there? Freaking 114. You can't even run up 114.
I
freaking-
can ride up 114. I can't ride up
Oh,
one.
not to the other side of freaking.
I can't ride up 13. That's not happening. That
Oh, fuck no. You
it's not
definitely,
happening. When I
you're
hit the
definitely
jump
not
on-
making, you won't make the return trip on 79 either. Freaking, because that's got some fucking hills on it.
I love
And I got to address
Admittedly,
the chat real
79
quick.
though is really nice. That is
I
a
know it is.
ride.
I know where you're riding, Terry. Freaking, that's my cruising territory too, you know?
That's where I would, you're right. That's probably that in 77.
Mhm.
I like riding my bike through
Go
there.
up 149, freaking, that's nice too.
Yeah.
Bring it up to Deering.
140, fuck you. Have you seen the freaking uphill? There's like,
There's some twists and turns on that sucker though.
yeah, I do that on my motorcycle. And
And
I'm
you
like,
can,
yeah.
and you can hang out in the moose swamp if you want to, you know. I mean,
Yeah, no, I do that on my motorcycle. I would not
Mm.
do that on my bicycle.
you
Afraid
wouldn't
I'd
make
end
it
up in
there.
some freaking somebody's forest.
You wouldn't make it off the intersection. We're what is it? The short road. You go up to the intersection there in Ware. You wouldn't make it across short
off of
road.
114 into the over to
Oh, no,
it.
not the
across
Yeah,
short
you
road.
go up the dealer. You wouldn't make it. You wouldn't make it past the paintballs. Freaking
Oh,
place.
that paintball place.
I
Yeah.
guess there ain't a very big bus for that road,
Dude,
huh, Jimmy?
yeah, dude. It's just, dude. The first
Never mind.
half a mile. The first half a mile of
Yeah.
that section is just nothing but up.
Yeah.
No, I was
It's
being
all
sarcastic
curvy.
when you said the short road. I
Well, that's the name of it.
chuckled
Short
and I
road.
said, "There's not a very big bus for that road, is there?"
No, but it's short road. It's literally freaking.
Well,
It's
If
like
it's a short
little
road, it's got to have a short
houses.
bus.
But Dorito, it's a quarter mile from a three-way intersection, and it just shortcuts the intersection for one road. So it's a short
Yeah.
road.
It's like it's
Oh.
literally called short road, and it's
'Cause
literally
it's
like the width of two houses.
yeah, it's about
There's a
200 foot
lumber
long,
yard,
maybe
like a
3.
little tiny mini backcountry lumber yard there.
Mhm. I want that Mustang in that dealership though. That's a 64 Mustang,
That's
brand
still
new,
there.
brand new, never been out of that building.
Yeah, it's still there.
I
Yeah.
know. I know.
I wanted to address Mr. Gavin too about how many have them fallen out of a tree at least once.
Me.
Gavin,
Why
I have
would
not
I-
only fallen out of trees, I have been thrown through windows. I have been thrown over things. I have literally been flown over things. I
Mhm.
have. Here we go. I've rolled things. Well, I
Oh,
guess some
recently.
people don't consider it rolled when you land on your side and then
Well.
hit the top of your helmet, but you know, it's okay.
Uh-huh. It's
Um,
cool. Hey, when it's on its side, it's rolled.
Yeah, it's rolled. Rolled over means you're off the tires.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, it
I mean,
rolled
just
over
because you
on
didn't
its side,
barrel roll it.
rolled over all the way, completely rolled over several times.
done-
Rolled over
I've
is
done
rolled
full on
over.
somersaults.
Yeah.
That's pain.
Yeah.
Rolled over. It, you know, not like boom. And then I got to lean back and it fell back over. No,
Uh-huh.
Oh, I
But
wish. That's
Gavin, yes, I have. Trust me, dude. I've fallen out of plenty of trees.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
hiding from my dad one time, dude, and I was hiding up in a plum tree, dude. And I'm sitting up in there, and he's walking around looking. And he didn't think to look up at the tree until he heard the branch snap, and I hit the ground.
Burrito.
So, yeah.
Playing war in the woods with this knucklehead in front of you here. He tells me, "Oh, climb up there. We'll be fine." I fall out because it's a dead freaking tree. I climb up on the branch all the way down. All my eyes, everything to this day. My eyes have been fucked up ever since.
Did
Hey,
your
oh,
best?
painful.
Did your best impression of a pachinko game?
Hey, it
Yeah.
happened.
Yep.
Tink, 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 tink,
And
down
then
the
I
tree.
admit to my mother that I fell out of a tree and got wood and debris in there after the doctor yelled at me. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Jimmy told me to.
I was like, we were playing war.
Yeah, you try to hide in a tree. Come on. That's how they do it, you know?
Mhm.
Pick the wrong tree, that's all.
I didn't know it was dead. How the hell am I supposed to know it was dead? I was a kid. It was a
Yeah.
tree.
I didn't, pretty sure I didn't pick that tree, but you know.
I didn't know that dead trees didn't have. them.
Hey, but you know, I was thinking about the other day was the fact that I had, remember that little hammock I set up in the tree in front of Dad's house?
Yeah.
The fact that I had to take it down when we moved out, when we sold it,
Yeah.
that hammock, when I was up there, that hammock was still usable.
Really?
Yeah, it was still in one piece, completely usable, freaking. But the only reason I took it down was so that some kid didn't fucking, you know, the next kid didn't fucking, you know.
I
Hang himself.
actually,
Yeah, well, you know, because it was custom built for me. I made it with my father. My father threw out a box of silk ties once, and I tied every one of them together. You know, it was probably like fucking 100 ties. And I tied them all together and made a hammock between
A
a couple
cargo net
branches of a
hammock?
fucking tree. Yeah. And then I freaking,
You know what's messed up? Did you see what the price that
dude, they got $350 for that fucking place.
yeah, right? And it's tiny.
Hey, but it's location.
I don't care.
And I would have been able to fucking dicker him down a little bit because Mike was gonna buy it for me, freaking, but I would have had to leave. I would have had to leave Doris here, and then
I'm still horrified that they freaking painted the fireplace.
oh, they painted the bricks on the fireplace, and they
Yeah, it looks like
changed the
moss.
windows. They
Well,
changed the windows
changing
in
the
that room.
windows was fine, but painting the bricks.
I love those windows the way they were, man, because they let the light in, they let the air in, but no one could see.
Yeah, there was privacy.
I
Well,
was like-
originally that was a sun porch.
Yeah, I know. That's why
originally
Mike
looked
was,
like that
what's
was
up with the
the
no
ceiling.
door on there? I was like, oh, that's just so you have easy access to the switch for the light.
Oh.
Because that used to be the exterior, that used
That
to
was
be
the
a door off
exterior
the
door.
porch.
Well,
Yeah.
that's because the porch was
Mhm.
where our dinner table was in the nook.
Uh-huh.
I actually remember that being a porch, which
Yeah.
really is the weirdest thing. Because I remember the
dude, when it-
newspaper stacks out there before they
Yeah.
turned that nook in and made that nook.
Uh-huh.
I remember being little and
Riding the
my
hobby horse out there.
to get in the fridge
Mhm.
and the
And
hobby horse.
I remember the hobby horse out there.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I do, but I was old enough to be helpful when they did that, freaking when they cut that
I remember just watching Grandpa and Dad do it.
the two walls, they took there was a double set of windows there, and I remember all of that.
You Gavin.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mhm.
And God, I was really little. You got to figure I couldn't even been in. I don't even think I was in kindergarten.
Well,
at that
put it this
point.
way, you weren't the reason we did that. Sean was.
Well, yeah, Sean. I remember. Yeah, I remember Sean coming up. As sad as it is to say, I remember Sean still being in diapers. I remember the stinky diaper pail.
Uh-huh.
I gotta get out of here, man.
All right, man. We'll catch you later.
We'll see you guys later. Good
Cheers,
to talk
thanks
to
for coming
you.
up.
Dorito.
Hanging up.
Safe.
It was a pleasure.
Later, homie. See you later there.
Good night, Dorito.
Good night. Peace.
I was looking at the finish, the final price of the house, and
Yeah.
I'm still just fucking amazed.
What was the final sale price?
It was $353. It looks like $350 even
Right.
is what they
Uh-huh.
paid for it. But I'm like, it's got no garage, nothing. The yard is
Mhm.
tiny.
Quarter
You
acre
couldn't
lot.
Yeah.
But
I'm
you
like,
remember that place is location, because that's a great family neighborhood, great starter home, and it's freaking if you live and work in the area, it's fucking close to everything.
It is close to the highway. It is close. It is.
It's close to
accessible
Route
as
3,
well.
close to 495, close
Traffic
to
through there is
93.
brutal, though.
Freaking
40,
45 minutes to Boston, freaking, and that's in shit traffic,
yeah, but I still wouldn't. I'm like, I think I'm so used to
Dude,
being up here in New Hampshire.
The only reason I would go to live in Massachusetts now is because pot's legal and it could grow.
No,
But I'm just saying that's the only
not-
only draw.
not enough.
They lost. I saw a thing today. Massachusetts lost over like 100,000 people this past year. Freaking people bailing out of there.
You know where they went?
Yeah, New Hampshire.
Every freaking
New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine.
New Hampshire has been inundated. Like to
I
the
know.
point they've caused
Since 2000, since
Yes,
2020. Was
yes,
it
since
two?
the
No,
pandemic. Since the pandemic.
no, it was before then. It started before then, because you gotta go back to when New Hampshire was a red state, and it was a red state. Freaking, oh fuck
But
it!
the mass exodus.
I think it was 2000. It was the
You
year
think it was bad,
2000
Jimmy?
is
Before?
when, but 2000 is when it started happening. They're bringing all the mass holes are going up there and bringing the same voting mentality from Mass to New Hampshire. And
You
it's
know
like,
how many plates I've seen up here? The actual license plate go back to Mass in some form, or go away, MA.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm like,
Go
holy
away,
crap.
masshole. Uh-huh.
Pretty much.
Stop voting like you're in Massachusetts. Remember, freedom, go
Kid you not,
freedom. New Hampshire's all about freedom, and it's all about small government.
up here.
Let the
though,
community take care of it, not the government.
well, you were here through most of the pandemic,
Just said that's through all of it, really.
and it's literally, we actually in our little neighborhood, pretty much every single house that's gone up for sale. Now, mind you, and when I say
Yeah.
every house, every single house that has been purchased, an actual single family house,
Yeah.
and a mass hole transplant,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and not for the better. I mean, they're like,
I know. Because they're making New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Instead of freaking
we call it Massachusetts North now.
yeah, dude, trust me, I know. It's kind of it's one of the reasons why it wasn't so hard to leave. Mhm.
It's to the point, like, as much as they irritate the bag out of me, no joke, when we bought this house for just over 300,000.
Mm-hmm.
My house is now worth almost 500,000.
Yeah, I was gonna say around 450.
No, in the
Yeah.
$500,000 range conservatively.
Well, yeah, but I was just guessing,
Yeah,
I would have
we-
just said, yeah, 450 easy. Because
Yeah,
that's a great size house. You got the barn,
yeah,
freaking
we had
the
a
only drawback to your place is the fact that it's a downhill thing to your barn, but freaking,
yeah, exactly.
you know.
Exactly. But we had it reappraised, and I did not think it was going to come in at that. Not even a chance in hell.
Tiffany, you
And
awesome
when they
girl.
gave us back the thing, I was like, I'm not
Uh-huh.
gonna pay taxes on that motherfucker. Right?
Yeah, right. You don't want to get appraised for that shit, right?
Yeah, no, I was
Mhm.
actually kind of like shell shocked, because it's only been what, 5 years, 6
Mhm.
years? I think we're going on 6 years. But Dan's like, how do you, he's like, the both are, I guess, living through the whole bubble market. We're both waiting for the other shoe to drop, but it's not. It's gotten worse.
Oh, the bubble, it'll hit. It's coming.
I don't know.
It's coming. They're already predicting it. They've already,
What-
because
the bubble that's gonna cause, what's gonna cause the bubble is that bullshit with the mortgage that Biden just pulled.
well, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother fucking story. Freaking with the rates and all that crap. But
That's
the
crap.
fact is we're in a serious recession, and it's gonna freaking get worse.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but just because I
Mhm.
pay my fucking bills, I shouldn't have to pay for somebody who can't pay the goddamn bills to get a better
Right.
mortgage rate.
Right.
Pay your
Yeah.
fucking bills.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've
When
been
you get
there,
a higher
done
credit
that.
score, you're gonna get charged more. That's some bullshit right
That is
there.
total bullshit. That's total bullshit.
Freaking,
That gives me
there's no
incentive
incentive for
not
me to
pay my debt.
freaking, there's no incentive for me to get my credit above fair.
You shouldn't be.
I'll leave it at fair. Okay.
If
But
I
you know
told
what? The problem is we're working on paying off some serious debt that we've been dragging around, right? And it's really disappearing. And I've already seen my credit score raised twice since we've been here.
no joke. Think about it. When I went through all that crap, when I was dating Dan, and I gave up and gave in and just let the house foreclose,
Mhm.
my credit was in the toilet. I mean, in the effing
I'm
toilet.
surprised because when you went through that, I'm surprised they didn't buy you out like they did me, because they paid me to leave the house, right? They paid me good too, right? And it was a sad thing that I had so much crap in that house, because I lost roughly $15,000 to $20,000 because I couldn't get out of that place in a week.
I kid you not. You got lucky. They were brutal with me.
Yeah, well, you know what
I-
happened?
right
I was
up-
very lucky because it's not even on my credit score as a foreclosure.
I wish.
Mhm.
wish. Do you know
Because
how
they-
hard it was? When I went through all that crap, I
Mhm.
was paying, being single, and having Aiden,
Mhm.
not getting any assistance
Uh-huh.
for raising somebody else's kid.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I was single paying off that ridiculous mortgage, right?
Uh-huh.
By the time I left there, I was paying almost $2,000 a month when I finally threw in the towel when
Yeah,
dipshit
well, you
signed
had
it
an
over.
adjustable, right?
Yeah, when dipshit
Yeah.
wouldn't sign it over
Mhm.
and just let me have the place. That's why I was like, fine, you don't want to fucking sign, fuck it. I'm like, you know what? Done. Done.
Uh-huh.
I had it, and Dan was like, well, can you sell it? And I was like, I'd love to short sale it, but apparently dipshit doesn't want to do that. Dipshit wants to be a dipshit. So
Mhm.
I said, you know what? I have two options. I stay and I wait it out and I pray that a change of heart happens, or I give it up and walk away and get an apartment. He looked at me and said, don't bother. He said, move in with me. He's like,
Mhm. You did the right thing.
he's like, just move in with me. He's like, fuck it. He's like, you know what? He said at the time Aiden was going back with Nikki and Tony. He said, hang in there long enough, as long as the kid's stable and things are good. He's like, while you're waiting in that pattern, start packing up, get ready, and then walk away. I'm
Mhm.
like, and then they started giving me crap. The mortgage company, after I missed the first payment
Yeah.
and started and was like, I'm done. That's when they started giving me crap. They literally immediately went into seize.
Uh-huh.
Immediately. I was like,
Yeah, because
I
you weren't
tried saying-
going after them to try and help you, so it's
I was
Mhm.
already in that. I was already
Yeah.
doing that was already done when
yeah.
all I missed was one payment. When they tried,
Mhm.
they said because I wasn't there, I was always at Dan's when I didn't have Aiden. They said that I had abandoned the property. They tried to say that I wasn't actually living in the property.
Oh, you were though, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dog was there too. I was like, are you fucking retarded? But apparently that, and I'm like, how could you even think nobody's living here? When I wasn't there, the Spanish family next door was parking
Yeah.
in the driveway like they were there.
Uh-huh.
Like, what gives? I'm like,
Right.
they just wanted that property because they knew they could sell it fast.
Well,
As soon as it
Mhm.
went up, they got every dime that I owed for that place.
yeah, but they didn't make buku on it.
They absolutely did. They absolutely did. They didn't make buku on it, but they got all their money back.
Yeah, they got what you owed.
They
and
got
then
what I
some.
owed.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all they got. When I got out of my house, that's all they got. They got what I owed. They got what I owed out of it. Freaking the dude that bought it made buku.
Mhm.
Freaking because he put what roughly that place needed maybe 20-30 grand worth of work
Yeah.
to finish, right? And freaking and he went he got it for 89.
Mhm.
He got it for 89. He sold it for 350. That was my retirement because I couldn't keep that house.
Talking about that, there's a place down the road. You know, right where you turn into my neighborhood, that
Yep.
old dumpy place on the left,
Yep.
and that place, it looks like a little ghetto house.
Yeah.
Somebody bought that, and I don't know. That place got foreclosed on. Somebody
Mhm.
bought it for like 120,000. They did a
Yep.
clip, they put lipstick on a pig.
Yeah.
They sold it for 350,000.
Oh, Jesus.
I looked at Dan. I said, I wouldn't touch that. I'm like, I wouldn't even. It on the inside, it reminded me of Van Buren Street in Nashville.
Right. Right.
I
Uh-huh.
was like, who the hell? And of course, then we see it. Three millennials, all mask plates.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh Lord,
Uh-huh.
they're
All
like
thinking
12 little rugrats.
yep, they're all getting, and they just getting out of masks. They're getting in the house, freaking
Mhm.
well they can,
The people right across from us, the guy they got divorced. He sold the place.
Yeah.
Freaking two little millennials with a couple little rugrats.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I'm so screwed.
Yeah.
They didn't like my Trump signs.
Well, tell them to freaking wake up.
They found him offensive. Do you know what I
Yeah,
told
well,
them?
did you tell them that they're offensive?
I smiled at him and I say, I find your objection to that offensive.
Right.
And Dan
exactly.
laughed and walked away. I was like, I don't care what you think. Just
Right. I find you offensive.
move
The
along.
fact that you're gonna come up here and vote Democrat, you're gonna fuck this state up, you
Mm.
fucking loser.
It killed it.
Dude,
There's-
it's evident in the people they're putting in the house up there. Okay, it's
Oh.
evident. How many freaking Dems are in the house now? It's freaking ridiculous. And freaking, and they all want more taxes. How many? Every one of them's like voting for a sales tax, voting for an income tax. Like New Hampshire's never had either of them.
And
You know?
thank God the governor keeps fucking vetoing them, but
Uh-huh.
otherwise I'd be screwed. I'm like, why do we need sales tax? Why do we need an income tax? This government's
You
working
don't,
fine
it's
without it.
working fine without it. Mhm. Why?
Yeah,
Because we
it's-
fight hard to keep small government working in New Hampshire.
Yeah, but it also up here, a lot of it goes to your local town. A lot of it, where you live, you pay your taxes to your town, to your state.
Through your
And-
property tax and your
Yeah,
and
it's
your
your property
and your
tax.
sin taxes. I don't live with the sin taxes. Okay.
Yeah.
The beer and the booze. Yeah. Whatever. Freaking.
I'm fine with that. I'm good with that. I
Mhm.
mean, I get that. Those are necessary, but adding
Right.
on to it's just
Mhm.
not necessary. Like in town, I think every Republican in town showed up for this last local vote that they had,
Uh-huh.
the local elections.
Uh-huh.
They were trying to put, now mind you, how many people do you think actually use the little tiny public library in my town?
Probably just a few of the kids that go to school there.
So they logged in 1 year, they logged about 12, I think it was between 12 and 15,000 visitors, and that included small children,
Okay, but
which is great. That's
Mhm.
less than one visit per person in this town by like thousands.
yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm like, they wanted to do, now mind you, the library is right downtown by the
Yeah.
little
I
market
know where it's
there.
at.
Yeah, there's no need for a big library. Nobody, it's ridiculous. They wanted
Mm.
$7.5 million.
Right. And it would have been an add-on sales, it would have been an add-on property tax.
Property
And
tax.
yeah, uh-huh.
And they're like, oh, it's only $300 per resident more. That's per resident so when you
Yeah.
figure that out, who pays that and how's it paid? It's we don't, but we
Yeah.
would have to increase the property tax. I'm like, I'm not good. No one uses that effing library. You got 5 parking spots, you moron.
Right. And it's never full.
I'm
Mhm.
like, there's 5 parking
Yeah.
spots in the whole library and no one goes there except the old people who
Yeah.
don't even live in this town. I'm like, no,
And an occasional kid doing fucking something from school
not
that,
even,
that they could know, but you know what I
not
mean?
even, they go online. They have Google.
Right. You know what I'm saying, though.
Mhm.
Freaking because I don't know about but like our local library in New Ipswich, they
Mhm.
had programs to bring people in, you know, freaking story time and this and that and freaking
So they do like a story time.
oh, and guess what? They played cards there too. That was where the local fucking cribbage game was held.
Yeah, they were trying to guilt people in it, saying we need room for seniors. Well, then open a senior center.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
And
but
you-
7.5 million.
Yeah,
have
that's the
bathrooms.
craziest thing is all these things cost millions,
Yeah, I'm like,
millions.
that's
It's like the
crazy. For that much, we could put in 6 rotaries.
hey, New Ipswich was dealing with the fire department's in one old building, right? And the police department, the police department's in a rental place, right? And
Yeah.
they don't even have like cages to lock
Yeah,
someone
I
up
know
or
it.
whatever.
Yeah, I've seen
You know,
it.
freaking, and they tried to freaking put in this thing that they wanted to build the fire in the police station in the state in the public works all in one spot. And
Yeah.
it was like freaking billions of dollars, right? And the worst part is they had a building in the back of the freaking municipal building, the back of town hall. Freaking, there's already a building there that all it needed to be livable was for them to actually turn the heat on to keep the mold out of the place.
Yeah.
It's condemned because of mold. And the problem is because they had a bad heating system, blah, blah, blah. The reason the police moved out of it is because they didn't put the heat on.
So
and it's like, and then
in
they want to
essence,
play.
they could have renovated the current site
Hold on.
to correct.
Hold on. Infinite Moi. I used to play Dungeons and Dragons. It's been quite a while, and I do not have any of my characters anymore or my books. I left them all behind. I did save some in my my time machine, but that is also left behind at her daughter's house. Anyways, go ahead.
Did you ever go to the Dungeons and Dragons at Merrimack
No.
Comics
Nope.
last time?
No, because that was after my time. You think about it. I was playing Dungeons and Dragons in the early 80s, you
Mhm.
know?
Dude, I went in there. All I wanted was some anime stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in there after work, and it was back when I was working in the office, and I didn't think anything of it because I am who I am. I'm just
Yeah.
I was in a dress and heels, big old heels, and hair all done, and all doing my thing. All these little nerdy guys in the back, they were all lined up for their D&D night. They all were
Uh-huh.
looking at me like, "That's a
Like,
woman,
what are you doing in here?
female here."
uh
I felt like Penny from freaking.
Hey, we had girls that played with us, which freaking, but
I was
yeah,
literally-
dude. Put it this way: I played with the first generation of books.
Mhm.
The first,
Yeah, I remember that.
That's what I was using.
Yeah, believe me, I remember you and Cub.
Yeah, me, Cubby, freaking, the greatest DM of all was freaking Rob Paquin. Freaking, he was one of the greatest
He
dungeon
was black,
masters ever. You know the funniest part about that though is he disowned me because I love Trump.
Oh,
He was in the middle of writing my channel theme song, and freaking was some banter back and forth on Facebook, freaking between me, him, and Jetwash. Freaking, he blocked me.
yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah, well, because he turned out he's a socialist. He believes in the government should take care of everybody that's fucked up, and it's
No.
not their fault that you're fucked up. So it's my thought, and you got to take a little on your own.
I believe that if your family made you fucked up, your family should take care of you.
Yeah, exactly. Because or the community. It's not the government's problem. It's a community problem. And if you keep the government out of it, the community will eventually take care of it if you have a half decent community. That's the way it used to be done. That's the way it should be done. I need another beer. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll be right back. I need.
Yeah, go right ahead.
You got to ditch that hat, Jimmy. You need a new hat. That thing's holy.
Playing more solitaire, Seth? What? Anthony says, yes, what? Seth, 30 more days till my birthday. What the fuck, Seth? You don't need to announce your birthday now, brother. Come on. It's not like any of us are going to send you anything. Come on, man.
Lord help me. God damn. Poor
Uh-huh.
Dan's, poor Dan's probably wondering what, I, I just looked down and he's probably wondering where his little freaking pants went and I stole them.
Uh-huh.
I had to. I needed something warm. It's cold down here.
Right.
It gets freaking
Right.
chilly down here.
I hear you. My birthday's in 8 months, okay?
My birthday is in 8 months.
8 months.
yours. Couple days before yours.
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling old though. God damn.
Telling me. Ugh.
I think that's a shitty thing though. We were both brought up so conservative,
Yeah.
but
And you know, the funniest part was Dad was a registered Democrat.
yeah, but still, but we were always very, Dad might have been a registered Democrat, but I don't think he ever voted Democrat.
No, he didn't. He always said it. You vote the man. You vote the man, not the
I don't think he was registered Democrat. I think he was registered.
no, he was registered Democrat because he couldn't work the there was something that he couldn't do for Ed LaLasha
Why?
because of the way he was registered. He couldn't actually work for him in like beyond standing on the side of the street with a ticket with a sign. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't be more involved in the politicking.
Dad always told me just to register as an independent. He told me just register.
Undecided. I always did
That way we
undecided
didn't have to-
until they forced me to choose a side to vote in the primaries.
Mhm.
That's when I was like, well, I'm a fucking Republican
Yeah,
because I believe in earning it.
the funny thing is I'm not even a Trump supporter. I'm just not a supporter of socialism or
Right.
I just don't believe in that. I'm just like, I got too much shit. I got to work hard.
Right. I believe in earning it in accountability. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's me.
I'm just saying, nobody spoon fed me little handouts.
Exactly. And any handout I got was returned.
Yeah, was paid back.
With something, you know. I never took something for nothing, you know.
Every dime and I don't know if you realize this, but every dime Mom lent me, I had to pay that back. She would give me a time limit.
Terry, Mom gave me a freaking, when I got my first apartment, she gave me this awesome box full of it was a kitchen set, plates, knives, cups, you know, it was everything. Yep. Here, you're gonna need this. So like a apartment starter kit. And then after I opened up, oh, that's awesome. She's like, you owe me $60.
Ma gave me a care package. Here it is. You got it. Now stay out.
And you owe me for it.
You know,
That's what she did to me.
I will give her. I think she bought everything I had from the thrift shop. Or it was donated from other people that she passed along. The lady that we used to work with at Simmons.
Mhm.
A lot of the ladies gave me stuff to get started. I mean, right down to a sofa. Like that. Remember that ugly green sofa?
Not really, but
It
Codio
was horrid. But I mean,
yeah, I just remember having to move you like 5 times in 1 year.
Oh God, that was being young. Now I'm like, I told Dan, I'm gonna be pushing up daisies unless you hire a mover. I'm not. When we moved from Bedford to here, I literally started packing probably 2 months ahead of time. Right down to like I think we left, you know, like our everyday stuff unpacked.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, when it's time to move into the house, we need to budget in movers because I'm not doing this shit again. I'm not
Right.
fucking doing it.
Exactly. Trust me, Carrie. Why do you think I left so much behind?
It was brutal.
Because it just wasn't worth It wasn't worth dragging it all around with me throughout the country, especially seeing how, my end goal here is to become a nomad when we're all said and done here,
Yeah,
and you can't do that with all that crap that I was trying to drag around.
I'm still trying to
freaking-
figure out how I can get a teardrop trailer and tow it with my little truck so I can have
Your
fuel.
little truck, you're outgunned there. You're not gonna be able to do that.
Honest to God, this is not even a joke. It is not impossible.
It's not that it's not impossible. It's not,
I will not.
you're talking redonkulous now. Okay,
No,
because listen to me though,
as
you're
long as
gonna
I
have to,
stay, there's a
you're gonna have to
500
build your
pound
own.
featherweight.
You're gonna have to build your own because they don't make one light enough.
They do. They do. There is one company making them. They're 500 pounds. They're a featherweight. I was like, yeah,
What?
yeah. Boy, it's actually
Where's the link?
483
Where's the
pounds.
link? Where's the link? Come on. This thing cannot be nothing more than a fucking ski-mobile fucking trailer with a
It's a
fucking,
little tiny teardrop. It doesn't have much in it at all. It doesn't
yeah,
have.
there's nothing but a bed.
No, there's a small kitchen.
Come on.
Yeah, the back of it,
Schmitty.
it's a featherweight.
Uh-huh.
I'll have to see if I can find it.
What are you doing, Cody O? I don't know where to send you the link, Cody O. Was it on Instagram? We need some more participants up here. Say hello to me on Instagram or wherever the fuck it is. I probably should have been shut down by now, but the old lady ain't been out here yelling at me yet, so we're gonna let it ride.
Apparently, I can't spell.
And Kerry, just so you know, I will never get rid of this hat. The old lady may fucking hide it on me sometime, somewhere, throw it the fuck out, but I ain't throwing this fucker out. You know why?
Oh, Dan's got one. Dan's got a hat too. He's got this beanie. It looks like one of those little freaking nerdle
This
you know those
thing,
dorky ones that with the pie shape.
you don't understand where this hat's been.
Oh, I do. Dan's little
Yeah.
nerd hat. He calls it a beanie.
Man.
We call it a freaking nerd hat.
This thing's been on some great adventures with me, okay? Great adventures. It's floated the Saco, it's hiked mountains, it's traveled across the country. It's been through some fucking great parties, man. It's been through some fights. Fucking this thing, me and Tom. Picture. Oh man, you probably don't remember. You remember the draft, the draft on
Yeah.
that what that place was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Picture me and Tom going in there, me with this hat, and going in and fucking playing nothing but heavy metal on the freaking jukebox.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You know what it was all about. It's all about the rock and roll. Because we rock and rolled that place, lit it up.
You still talk to Tom?
I haven't talked to him in years. I still got his phone number though. He's never changed his phone number. He's living up in Portsmouth. I see his old lady on Facebook.
Really? He's in Portsmouth?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh,
Not-
Plymouth rather. Plymouth. He teaches at Plymouth State.
Oh, really?
Yeah. At least that's the last I heard. And yeah. Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in ages. Jesus. I think
No, the last time I saw him was fuck, early 2000s. Early 2000s. He hasn't, I don't know. I don't know what he's been doing. I see his wife on Facebook and that's about it. I mean, I tried hooking up with him a couple times. I tried dragging him up to Vermont a couple times, and he never went for it. So I was like, I just got off a panel, Jimmy, about to hit the hay, but yes, we're connected on IG. All right. All right. So you're not coming up and freaking stirring the pot a little bit? All right, man. How does one get rid of the hiccups? You know how one gets rid of the
Block
hiccups?
your nose and hold your breath and pray for the bubbles to come up.
Or stand or do a handstand.
Block your nose.
Do a handstand against the wall. That'll
Block your
work.
nose, hold your breath, tilt your head back and wait for the bubbles to come up.
Drink a glass upside down.
Just wait
That's
for the
another
bubbles
one.
to come up. It's just air and water. Jimmy, I just dropped that link in there. That's the
What link
trailer I
is-
was talking about.
Oh, the Oregon trailer. All right.
Mhm.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's just a shell. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a shell and a mattress. Freaking, come on.
No, it's not. You have to bump out back. It's just enough to go to get by.
Yeah, $18,000. Come
Yeah,
on.
it's got AC.
Oh, they started 8,500.
8,500. If I want it empty and very low.
Yeah, well, you want it empty because you want the lightest you can get. So you get it empty.
Yeah, but it's under 1,000. I can tow more than that, but I can actually tow a small trailer, like a small
What's your towing rate? What are you
Towing-
allowed to tow?
what am I
Max.
allowed to tow?
Maximum.
Maximum I think is like 1,800 pounds.
1,800. So in reality, you don't want to go more than freaking
Yeah, I was thinking about 1,200.
yeah. That would probably the max. That would be the max I'd want to do like long term.
That's
know
why I
what I
want a
mean?
teardrop. That's why I want a little tiny teardrop, because then I don't have to worry about it. Oh yeah, it's NASA. Oh, there.
That's yeah. Yeah, exactly. You know, because you don't want to go much above half your tow
Now,
rating.
I actually was looking at those, those the tent ones. They're actually those ones that sit on there that it's actually a pop-up tent. Those are wicked light, and I could sit one on the.
Well,
in the-
yeah, if you bought like an overlander to put on a if you bought yourself a small the small 48 4x8 Harbor Freight trailer and put a deck on it and then put your freaking overlander tent on it.
Mhm.
You're
I actually,
way,
do you know, I actually saw somebody did that. Somebody permanently attached that.
yeah. NASA, happy birthday, girl.
Happy birthday, Nessa.
But yeah. Yeah, Carrie, freaking you'd be way under half your tow weight.
And I'd still
And-
be able to put my gear in the back of my truck.
Exactly.
Trying to calm my husband into it is another story.
Hey,
I don't even
fuck
have,
him.
I-
Just
I
leave.
actually-
Carrie,
that's
you know
pretty
what?
much my-
Hold on though. If you leave regularly for a couple of weekends, he'll get the idea that he might
No,
want to
man. He'll have a stroke and think I'm turning into Tracy and tell me I can't buy a kayak.
go. Don't buy a kayak, okay?
I don't want a kayak. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah, you don't want to float. You don't want to float away. You want to drive away.
Well, he says to me, no, you can't go to, because I said to him, I said, honey, I don't care if you go with me or not. I'll go alone. I'm good with being alone. I'm fine. I'm like, I'm good with
Mhm.
that. I'm like, I don't need you to hold my hand while I go on my little trips. He's like, yeah, I know. He goes, the last time I let that happen, she can't,
Yo, just stand up and do this, okay?
hell no. I'm like,
Do a couple toe touches.
he can just go. He'll get over it. Eventually he'll get sick of being alone. I figure if
That's my point, you know?
he'll just go eventually.
Mm-hmm.
He'd just be happier if I got
Yeah.
something to drive.
That's the hardest part. Do you know what the really though, Kerry, is you get yourself a Harbor Freight trailer, right? And you design your own tent, build your own tent so you can get the pink canvas to go with the freaking pink truck.
I've thought about it.
I
He's
mean,
already-
come
he's al-
on, girl.
after
actually-
today,
And actually, if you do it in leather, ooh, Ooh.
After today, he really would give me a lot. He's like you. He's a professional driver. He does not like being driven around at all.
Hey, hold on. I don't mind sitting bitch, okay? I really
Dan
don't.
hates it.
I mean, I love sitting in the driver's seat for fucking hours, but I don't mind sitting on the passenger side in
Nope.
spectating.
He,
I
I
don't know. I
I've
spent a
been
lot
around
of
town. He literally sits there and he's like, "You're gonna slow down. You're gonna." I'm like, my foot's not even on the fucking gas. How am I even? I'm like, my car doesn't do. This thing doesn't do 55. Relax, Skippy. Clutch is pushed in.
You know what?
Not
You know what?
going any
You gotta slip him an edible.
I don't know, I'll slip him
You
some.
know, throw it in his throat, like freaking throw it in his breakfast before you go for a ride.
The best thing about the paint job on the truck,
Mhm.
people doing crazy crap around us and
Mhm.
taking pictures and
Uh-huh.
waving and saying stuff totally kept him busy from irritating the shit out of me.
Right. How you doing, Nessa?
I'm good, Jimmy. I'm good. Just
You
woke
good,
up
good?
again.
Uh-huh. Thanks for coming back.
Nessa, what time is it where you're at?
It's now nearly 7 in the morning.
I was gonna
Look,
say
if
it's
you like
around
this
6 or
anything,
7.
but
Uh-huh.
Holy
Mhm.
crap.
Uh-huh.
Damn. I wouldn't be up.
the weather's
She's
not
always
good.
up. She's always up early.
I get up
Yeah,
early,
I
but I
don't
wouldn't be
sleep
getting
well
on
at
here.
all.
Uh-huh.
Plans for the day?
Well, today I'm gonna do some bacon with my daughter, and then have a nice roast dinner, and then possibly I think I've got a few friends coming around later.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
How old's your kid?
She's 8 now,
Oh, wow.
but she
Wow.
thinks she's 16.
Wait till she hits 16.
But it's like, because a certain friend of hers is like goes to her school, and they've got like Nike trainers, Fila trainers, the name brands and stuff. And
Yep.
she's like, "Well, I want a pair of them ones." I said, "Well, get a job then." And she go, "I can't." I said, "You can. I need to tidy your room."
Mm,
Oh.
I don't miss that. I don't miss those.
Someone said to me the other day, they go, "Would you have more?" I said, "Fuck no."
Yeah, I totally get it. How many kids you got?
I really could do it again.
Oh.
I'd rip out my own brain.
Is she your only child?
No.
How many you got?
No. It's not a trick question.
I lost the TV.
What?
I lost my TV remote, so I got more. There would have been 9 of them. I miscarried 3, sorry. And I've got 6 in total.
Holy cannoli. That's a lot.
But only, of course, one lives with me.
Mhm.
All right.
I get it.
That's some crazy math, but
No, man, I get it. I have 4. All total with 3 stepkids. I'm in the same
Yeah.
boat. This is
well, yeah, look at your daughter, freaking she's got how many of her own? 5 of her own, and
5. Yeah.
2 extras on the side, and like
Yep.
and she even lost one, freaking
Oh no, definitely don't want no more. Oh
right. Yeah, tarpy load. Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh,
no. Oh.
sanity.
Someone said to me the other day, they go, "Don't you miss that baby feeling?" As I, hell no.
I borrow other people's kids.
Hey, that's what kept Doris happy for years.
I ooh and ah
Years. Every time she started talking babies, I just find a way to get some freaking nieces over here. And freaking, yep, a day or two with the nieces, that was enough.
Yep.
That was enough. She's like, oh, thank God. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep, we lose all this freedom, girl. We have one of them fucking things. We lose all this freedom because that's the one thing about fucking not having kids, man. You could pack up and go anytime you want. And when she realized how annoying it was just to find coverage for the fucking dogs so we could go
Mhm.
fuck off, you know? It was
Yep.
like, like,
Real
yeah,
people are twice as bad.
yeah, kids
No,
is,
I definitely
yeah,
don't.
exactly.
I'm happy with my dog. Like, I got my
Uh-huh.
dog,
Mm-hmm. I'm good with that.
and he's the quietest one.
Oh,
Well, they usually
I got
are.
Ralph, and I got the squeeze.
Best thing about a dog is they love you no matter what, you know.
Do you know
it's
what? I'd be
unconditional.
lost without my dog. I really would.
Mhm.
I'm just
Yes,
Yeah.
buddy, I'm talking to you.
I'll tell you the truth. Don't let her hear this, but I miss having one too. All right. Freaking,
not,
Yeah, see, he knows we're talking about him.
but I'm kind
love
of
you both.
happy.
but I do not miss having a dog.
Well,
Do not.
hey, you know.
They require pet sitters if I
Uh-huh.
want to take off for a weekend.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, but I kind of, you know, there's a small part of me that does miss having a dog. You know, a small part. Okay, but I'm happy that we don't have one at the time right now.
With
Okay.
chickens and cats, I literally call up Erin or I call up Dan's daughter and be like, we're going away for the weekend. You want to stay at the house? Dan's
You
daughter,
kidding me?
she's like, I'm gone. I'll be
Right? Dude, freaking Thomas is great. He'll go 3-4 days by himself. Freaking, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I can't do that with the cats and the chicken though. The chickens
Oh,
though,
chickens is a different story. You got to feed the
Yeah.
chicken.
you got to feed the chickens. You got to collect the eggs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But Dan's daughter, Dan's daughter, her mom is never remarried, never totally single, totally
Uh-huh.
dependent on Taylor. If Taylor moved out, she would not be able to afford her apartment.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And Taylor's living at home with so Taylor and her mom and Taylor's fiance and the baby all live in one townhouse.
Yeah.
So anytime we say to Taylor, can you spend the weekend here? She's like, I'm gone.
Oh, later, Nessa.
What happened?
She's the way she goes. Hey, Falcon, Jimmy, if you're cool with it, I'd love to join. Send the link. Yeah, man, come on up. We need some more. We need another participant.
Yeah, Tay jets right in. Thank God.
Yeah, and she's only there for the weekend, so it's not like she fucks up home.
No, you know what though?
You know?
I will give Taylor was a little shit stain when she was a teenager. She, she was not happy that I stole her dad, but she got over it. She
Well.
grew up.
Whatever.
She's grown up now. Now she's peaches
Uh-huh.
and cream. Thank God.
Is she still a commie?
Taylor? No, that's his nieces. That's not his.
Okay, I just remember he had them commie freaking
Yeah,
relatives.
no, that's his niece and yeah, no, they're fucking no. Tay is more like us. Tay is a product of Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, she's slightly redneck. God bless her.
Well,
She's more pro, how to put it, she's I can't say she's conservative because she's really not, but some of it is. She's not very she's super independent and thinks other people should be too. She's a good kid now that she's grown up. Thank fucking God. Thank God. My grandson though, oh my God, he looks just like Dan. He's like a little midget Dan. What are you doing, child?
I had a relay in a message. I'm letting 84 Falcon in here,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to give him a little heads up, freaking, for next time.
Heads up, yo, that's my sister. Don't mess with me.
Well, no, it wasn't had anything, nothing to do with that. It was a little bit of stream etiquette.
Oh, yeah. I have none.
Yeah, I know, because you don't, freaking.
And they're out. Hello there.
Let's just say I'm not a fan of people asking for a link in the chat, but I know this guy is new to streaming, so
Ah.
because yeah, a lot of
Well,
channels.
If he doesn't have a direct way to message you, it's not hard.
He does,
Ah.
and that's I left it in there.
I do it to you. No, what are you talking about? I'm gonna. You didn't yell at me.
But
Maybe
you're my
it's 'cause I'm
sister,
related.
and you're new to this too.
It's probably because I'm related and I'm special.
Yeah, well, you're tired, and yeah, but you're also very, very
I
new
am
to
a
the.
brilliant tard.
You're very new to YouTube. Very.
But I'm
new.
a brilliant tard.
But you just generally, it's not just me. A lot of channels do not appreciate people asking for a link in the chat.
Is that Dane?
Yeah,
I'm gonna admit him. Oh,
he's
he
in.
did. All
I
right.
got it.
Ding dong.
Uh-huh.
Every time I hear that now, I'm like, ding dong.
Uh-huh.
Ding dong. Somebody.
There he is, man.
Hey.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Thank you. It's good.
Good
It's
to
good to
see
be
you,
back
man.
on. It's been a long time.
Yeah, a little bit. Ain't been that long, but yeah. Uh-huh.
You
Good
guys
to
doing
see
all right?
you. Yeah,
you.
man. Oh yeah. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm visiting family down in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I'm down there
Ooh.
for a
Nice.
couple days.
Sucking up some
Yeah.
heat.
And not today, but we're getting there.
I
Much
see
nicer than back home.
greenery in the
I was gonna say
background.
it's warmer than New
Yeah,
York.
no, it's
Gaslights.
much warmer than New York. Yeah. We got no buds on the trees yet. So
Right. Uh-huh. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
but
dude.
no.
Freaking. I'm up here in North Dakota and freaking we barely got ground cleared right now. Freaking-
yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
have
gonna be a
greenery
while.
coming.
We're
You
we're
have to
getting
have greenery coming in New York too. Just a
yeah,
little.
we're starting to get it. It's it hasn't been awful. So we're in we're in the home stretch now.
Right.
God.
Oh, I had
We-
snow yesterday.
What?
Yeah,
I did.
Oh,
I did.
imagine. I don't know
Yeah,
how
and
you live out there.
we had it
I'm-
like a week and a half ago too. So it
Yeah.
just is what it is. You get a day and then it melts and it's gone.
Yeah, it was one of those without a doubt. There's
It's like a sneak attack.
barely any of it left,
I was
Mhm.
gonna say we must have dodged a bullet because I'm in New Hampshire and we didn't get any of that.
Mm.
Thank
Well,
God.
well, if I got it, you're not getting it till tomorrow.
No, I mean Danes,
Fair.
because
Yeah.
I don't want that crap. No snow. No more.
Yeah, I actually went up into Vermont like 3 weeks ago to go snowboarding.
Where were you? You go up to Killington?
We went to Jay Peak.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've done Killington and I've done Stowe before, but Jay Peak was closest to the family that I was going to visit. So
Okay. Yeah.
went up and it was supposed to rain all day and we had no rain. The first hour was a little granular and they had to close off like the top because it was really kind of foggy up there. But after that, we were good to go.
Yeah. My buddy owns a cabin. It's about 20 minutes north of Killington.
Mhm.
Okay.
And we drive through the scenic route. We drive by Okemo to get there. You know?
Yeah.
So it's freaking real nice ride.
Jay's Peak is nice though.
Yep,
That's
it
nice
is.
area.
It is.
And it's really grown up. It's a great spot to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
The challenge that I had was I wanted to go through Burlington just to see the place because it's been
Yeah.
almost 20 years since I went through.
Yeah.
So I punched it into my GPS and I stayed with a buddy of mine. I drove up on a whim like Thursday night, stayed with a friend from college. He was up in Syracuse about 3 hours from me. And I was like, I break the trip up. He got called in to a work trip. He had to fly out. He was gone, so I had to stay at his place. I mean, his wife has been friends with us since they met in college. So I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
crashed at the house, hung out. We went and got dinner and everything. The next day he showed up. He got there at noon. I was like, I got to leave in 2 hours. I was like, all right, well, on my way home, I'll come back and see you and stop and see you for a little bit. But it was like a 24-hour thing. I got up there,
Yeah.
hung out with family, got up in the morning, went and got on the mountain for like 6 hours, came back, got some rest the next morning, kind of bounced out of there. But we had such up and down season this year. We had like a dump of snow, deep freeze, solid rain, melting, and it was just awful all season. So I just had to get out and do something. But it was a
Yes.
great place, kind of a little bit smaller than all the other ones in Vermont.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
a blast.
Yeah,
It was
Jason
really,
is
really nice.
small,
But
but
spring's
it's not bad
nothing, there's nothing
comparatively.
better than spring skiing though. Yeah.
Oh no, definitely. And
Yeah.
you know, you go into it knowing it can be terrible. But
Mhm.
as long if you're a
But you
veteran,
can do it in
you can do
shorts.
it. Yes. Well, as long as you can do it, if you know how to do it.
Mhm.
You got to be a veteran of some sort. But yeah, you can do it in shorts. I remember our spring runs here in Western New York. We would strip off like a hoodie while we're like riding down the hill with,
Mhm.
you know, we were young kids, but
Dress
and
in
then-
layers, man.
yeah, and then you get to the very bottom of the hill and there would be like kind of like a big giant puddle, like just from like all
Ah.
people just sloshing around.
Oh, yeah.
And
Slushy.
by the time we got to the bottom, our t-shirts were off and we would just slow down just enough where you'd fall into that pit of freezing cold, and then your friends would all be there with towels, you know, warm up and run.
Yeah, then
'Cause
you go
you'd
into
be- you
you
just
go
be
into the
frostbitten,
clubhouse
like,
and fucking
even though it
warm
was
up.
like April 15th, like it was cold as fuck still on the bottom of the hill.
All right.
So yeah, it was always fun.
Maybe you need to hit New Hampshire. Go over to freaking Crotchet Mountain. Freaking, I bet Crotchet's already closed. For Christ's sake. Hold on, she lives right near there. Let's see what she says.
I don't know what that means, but I was just trying to drop my Wi-Fi to make sure you were breaking up a bit, so I was trying to hear you.
She lives about 15 minutes from Crotchet Mountain in New Hampshire.
Okay, all right.
Mhm. We'll see what she says. I'm pretty sure they've been closed for about a month.
Where's
Harry, when did Crotchet close?
Crotchet Mountain? God,
Yeah.
it's probably been closed a while now.
Right? Way too nice. They got shit for
Crotchet-
snow this year.
I can spit at that mountain from here. You know that.
Mhm. I know, that's what I was just saying. I was like, you
got
probably
you.
live about 15 minutes from there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we drove by there. I want to say the second day we went out riding last weekend on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
We did a hop, skip, and a jump over that way, and it looks abandoned.
Yeah. In other words, there's no snow on the mountain.
Yeah,
so
there's
they're
no
closed.
snow. Yeah, it's all gone.
Mhm.
It's been, I don't know. Yeah, it's closed. They're all set. I'll go to the country club over there for lunch though. It's a cute little country
Uh-huh. I know.
style country club. I actually like it over there. It's super cute.
Mm-hmm. I'll
Dan,
tell you, if you had a four-wheeler, I'd show you where Jay lives off of 140. Well, Jay's cabin off of 149.
where
Freaking-
and where?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, what's funny is I drive 149 all the time. I like that route because it's windy. And
All right.
I don't know. I am in love with those lights.
Well, let me.
Gas lights
Mhm.
on the wall. Those things are awesome. I wish we could have those here.
Oh,
The
up
lanterns,
above, behind him.
Yeah.
Yep.
the gas lanterns
Are
outside.
those
the-
actually gas or just fake lights that flicker?
No, those
Uh,
are like the gas.
No, those are gassed, yeah.
Nice.
But inside the house they have them where they're just like the little, you know, paper flames, yeah.
Mhm.
Mhm.
No, those are definitely gassed.
I totally want those.
Mhm.
Dan won't let me get them.
I'll just flip it around. And
There's a
I'm
reason.
probably better off just holding it up to it.
Yeah. I think he's more worried about.
I mean, you can see there's like a little tip on there where it almost looks like someone's like lighting like a dab, so it's straight up gas.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
a little hot little banner of
Yeah,
of
okay.
straight heat.
The little blue flame.
Yeah.
That's funny shit.
Are you in northern North Carolina or southern?
Southern North Carolina. So
Nice.
my family, I moved down to Raleigh and I lived there for a couple years out of college and I enjoyed it, but I was like when the economy turned and I couldn't find a good job, it was kind of shitty.
Uh-huh.
I had good buddies of mine that were down in Charlotte. So I moved down to Charlotte, hung out with them for a couple years. Eventually when my father's wife that he married after my mother and father had split when I was younger, but when my father remarried, he had been with her for 20 years and she ended up with some sort of cancer and was going to pass. She eventually did it. And I was like 25. I just couldn't imagine him coming home to an empty house at all because he's completely blind. He can't see anything. So I moved back to Western New York, which is where I grew up. And for me, it's the best thing in the world because I can't handle the heat. But I really missed the area of Raleigh and Charlotte. I really enjoyed being there because it was kind of just a ton of growth and
Yeah.
a really good place to live and spend time with
Yeah,
people
a
and
great
meet
place
people
to
and stuff
visit
like that.
anyways.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So I just can't handle the heat. I just once I'm outside, like if I'm not doing something to earn my sweat and I'm soaking wet, I don't want to be. I'll tolerate it, but that's not my favorite thing.
Uh-huh.
Not long term, huh?
And I'm just such a sweater. Like it's just part
That's
of me.
because
So
you were born in New York, right?
it's so crazy though. Like I mean,
Dude,
it can be 65, and if I'm moving around, I'm probably sweating. So it's a
I'm with you.
little overkill.
I understand what you're saying.
No
Yeah,
way,
but at
no
the
way,
same
'cause
time, that's just what I'm used to.
Hey.
I'm a chick, and even I get like that. Once it's
Yeah.
That's
past
because
a
we were
certain-
born and raised in the cold.
Yeah, you're just
Okay?
used to it, like
Yeah, and we work well in the cold.
I can't.
I'll tell you the funniest thing, right? A
No,
couple
with
years
this.
back, my buddy and his wife, they're done with winter, right? They're done with winter. They're so sick of winter. They they had a friend that offered them a place down in South Carolina. It was right outside of Myrtle Beach, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful little place for them to go down. And I help them move down there. And I'm like, dude, you guys are gonna love it down here until the summer hits. And they're like, oh no, we'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
One summer,
Summer
one
hit.
summer was all it took, and they came home.
Yeah.
That's why I told Dan I plan on being a snowbird.
Mhm.
Snowbird. I'm good with snowbird.
No, yeah. So I get it totally. So for real. So
Mhm.
I know I told Jimmy once before my goal is I want to see all the major sports, NBA, NHL, MLB, and NFL. I want to see all the
Yep.
teams everywhere in the US and Canada. And
That's
look, I
such a
get
goal, man. That's
it. Dude,
such
and
a
it's so
goal.
crazy. And I'm
I can just
I'm
think of the
I'm more
fun you
than
can
halfway.
have. But the fun you can
It's
have. I
so
mean,
much fun.
if you got the money, right? If you got the money, it's not an issue. You can plan one awesome summer
Yeah.
just chasing baseball. You know what I mean? And just like
Yeah.
get in an RV and go to a different fucking baseball fucking park like every other day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so for me though is like I'm more than enough through most of sports where excuse me, I really shouldn't just target one sport at a certain point of the year
Mhm.
just because I'm like probably 30% of all four of them. But at the same time, the way that I hit so many of these in the course of 20 years or so is I was traveling a lot for work and I would just buy a ticket to whatever arena. I would say,
Yeah,
I don't give a shit that
you're getting
I don't
paid to
know
be where,
anybody, but
right.
yeah,
You're paid to be there, so you get a ticket while you're
absolutely.
there. Uh-huh.
And the handful of times that I was somewhere with someone I knew, I'd be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go do this. And if you want to join me, come with me. And if you don't,
Mhm.
fantastic. Like you can go back to the hotel. And more often than not, even if someone wasn't a fan of whatever that sport was, they'd just be like, oh, I'm in a different city and I can just go do this. It might have been the
Mhm.
first time they went and done that,
Dude,
whatever
that's the
sport it was.
only way I got to see Wrigley Field. I was
Yeah.
there for 4 days, right? I was in
Yep.
Chicago for 4 days. What else you gonna do? Sitting in Chicago for 4 days?
Sure.
Go fucking see a game, man.
And the best part about going to a game at Wrigley is going out in Wrigley after or before the game in Wrigley. It's a blast.
You're in the middle of downtown.
Dude, it's
It's
so
fucking
much fun.
awesome.
And the crazy part for me is like I almost feel bad saying it, and I'll just put it out there because we're just chatting. But like I've been to a shitload of games in a bunch of different stadiums and cities and stuff, and
Mhm.
it's been a blast. And Wrigley for me it's being about in the city and going out for outside the game.
Well,
To
yeah,
me, in comparison to all the other stadiums, there's really not a lot that's special about Wrigley other than the fact that you can go to a Friday game and there's vines outside.
exactly.
Other than that, it's the experience outside the stadium because
Yeah,
it's a
Wrigley's
glorified
not a great
AAA
stadium.
ballpark.
It's a
It's
100-year-old
it's just
stadium.
a
It's not a great
shell.
park, right?
Yeah.
But it's outside the atmosphere.
Oh, it's
It's
incredible.
just like going to Old Fenway. I mean, once you
Oh,
walk
yeah.
out, you walk out Fenway. There's freaking. Or sorry, I'll rephrase that. It's like going to the Boston Garden. When you walk out of the
Yeah.
Boston Garden after a Celtics or a Bruins game,
Yeah.
freaking there's
Bars.
bars right across the street that are
Yeah.
freaking lit up. You just
Yeah.
you could anywhere you walk around there, you're gonna find another entertainment venue.
Oh, yeah.
Your
So check
music
this out.
hall,
So
freaking
So the first game that I went to in the Boston area was Fenway. We actually went for a Yankees game. It was Derek Jeter's last weekend
okay.
playing in Fenway. So he on the Saturday game that we had tickets to, he went up to bat and hit. I think he had like a single or something. He got on base and everybody went nuts because there was, they were giving gifts to him every stop. It was the last place. The next game, so during that game on Saturday, he got dinged up a little bit and he was like, yeah, I really probably can't go for it tomorrow on Sunday, but he knew that everyone came to see him. So he had an at bat. I think he also got a single, he had a pinch runner, somebody just ran it out for him. But it was just it was the first time for me as a Yankee fan growing up in like the early 80s and 90s and got to see a really good time for them. It was like after the rivalry kind of settled down because they had already won, and it was like, all right, like we can respect you guys too at the same time,
Right.
which is crazy to think because 20 years ago you think somebody would be murdered for saying,
Hey,
like, the
come on,
Yankees
man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
They banned
dude, it's
the funniest thing is Boston banned their fans from wearing the Yankees sock fucking shirts.
Yeah,
Man.
right. Like
That
come
killed
on.
me. That killed me
Yeah.
when I couldn't go in with a Yankees sock shirt on.
Absolutely,
man.
you want to wear that for sure, definitely.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
I
no,
was born and
it's
bred
a
with that.
different, obviously a different time. Like, dude, I watch every sport, and like right now, I love that. Like, it's hard for Golden State to get past like Sacramento right now. It's like Sacramento hasn't been good in 22 years, and right now they got young kids that are like burning this shit down. I'm like, let's ride it out and just enjoy that. Like the parody, like it's incredible.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, it's fun. So I don't know. It is what it is. I enjoy it. I'm going to continue to try to keep seeing everything I can when I travel and just keep
Hell
chipping
yeah,
off
man.
that list.
You got to go down and see a Braves game, man. Come on.
Definitely. Actually, that's the only thing left that I have in Atlanta is Braves.
Hey, dude,
And right now they might try to get another hockey team, man.
her and I grew up down the street from Tom Glavine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. His parents were known in their city freaking to have the best Christmas display.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's
Tommy
awesome.
Glavine's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tom Glavine's parents. Yeah. We used to drive by that house just to see
Just to see it, exactly, because
It's
they
insane.
had the
That's
best
cool.
display. Mm-hmm.
I totally did. God, I actually forgot about that. Jesus Christ.
I don't.
Well, Jimmy, now
You know what?
now I know that you're in states that I've never ever been before. So eventually I'm gonna hit those up and I just gotta find some
Hey,
sort of
we don't have
sporting
any
event
teams out
nearby.
here. They consider
That's
the
all right.
Minnesota Vikings their team. Yeah.
I want to go see. I need to go see Wyoming. No, I'm just kidding. I'll come see whatever out there.
Dude, I'm telling you, the Dakotas are worth seeing. I mean, especially being from the East Coast, because you're used to being packed in like a fucking sardine, right? And yeah, you're down there to Raleigh, right? So it spreads. The country can spread out a little bit,
Mhm.
right? You don't know spread out until you drive across the Dakota, man. No, you don't know.
I'll pass up both of you if I
The
can just-
fucking roads are
Yeah.
so goddamn straight here, man. So goddamn straight. You have to fight off tunnel vision, dude. Because it's just straight.
did you have any warning before you got there or no?
I mean, I
Dr-
knew.
like
I knew.
kind of, yeah.
You know, I mean, I've driven through this state before. I used to be a long haul truck driver. So I knew that it's, few and far between and whatnot. I didn't realize the winters were so miserable here. But
I don't know how you missed that, Jimmy. Even I know that, and I ain't from out
well,
there.
I knew it was worse than New Hampshire, but I didn't know it was well, they're actually saying that this is one of the worst winters they've had in a long time. And we are literally only 2 inches the other day, we're only 2 inches away from record snowfall.
Yeah.
So,
Of course, right? Because you
the
just
first
got there,
winter
so-
I'm here, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And back home, Kerry, how was the winter back home? It was like they didn't have one.
Here? No.
Yeah.
Here was pretty brutal this year.
What?
But it was
Liz?
she's not wrong, but it was like every couple weeks.
Yeah, it
You
was
got slammed and then it went away, and we had the same. That I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's what it
Okay.
was for you.
slammed. It would get to a certain point where you thought you were good, and then you get slammed again.
Right. But I
Then it
saw
would
pictures.
melt, and then you get slammed again.
I saw pictures. You guys didn't even have snow in the middle of January. The lawns were green.
I did.
did.
Who were you
It,
looking at?
it
Liz's
depended on where
house?
you were.
I was looking at Milford.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say
freaking-
I don't know. In here in Goffstown.
yeah, it
I have
depended
had
on
it.
the part of the year.
Okay.
Like
Mhm.
like even for the
wish.
Bills, like the Buffalo Bills for us in Western New York at the end of November, they had to play in Detroit the week before Thanksgiving because we couldn't clear out our stadium fast enough. And then the next week, which I went for the game, we went
Uh-huh.
and saw them in Detroit for Thanksgiving. So it was just up and down, like it was crazy. Like we couldn't put people in the stadium at all because it was just snow like up until like your
Yeah.
chest in every row.
It could be where I'm
Dude,
located.
it was
too, but
wild.
we got fucked this year.
Yeah,
I-
it was, but
I
but
actually
wasn't
had
it like
a
every
freaking
couple weeks
snowblower.
you got blasted and then it went
Mhm.
away and then it came back? Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
I normally don't. I usually it was bad enough. I usually because I do the yard work through spring, summer, and fall myself.
Mhm.
I usually leave the snow removal for Dan during the winter.
Uh-huh.
I literally it'll be a blizzard outside. I'll ignore him. I'll be like, this is you. It was bad enough this
You
year.
got
I actually was
get
going
it.
out
It's
there.
it's
and
Okay.
rough, man.
Okay. All right.
I had to
Again.
figure out how not to slide down my driveway with that stupid snowblower.
Yeah.
Put chains on it is how you do that.
No, and the craziest part to me though was like for us, like for example, in Western New York, we had like a week and a half where it was like just super like very negative temperatures. It was just cold as fuck.
Oh, dude,
So
late December, we had like late December, early January, we had like 2 weeks of negative 50 degrees here.
yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
brutal.
So
I never
I
seen
don't
such
think
a
it was
thing.
that bad.
dude, it's crazy. No, for real. So like
I
so,
couldn't
like,
believe the Jeep was starting. Okay.
dude.
I mean, we
no,
had to
for
plug
real,
it
like,
in and all, but
Some of
the
it weren't.
crazy,
Sometimes
the craziest part is so my dad has a seeing eye dog and he's like 4 years old, so he's been in the snow.
Yeah.
My dad does in Morristown, New Jersey, the Seeing Eye Center. So Morristown, New Jersey, they raise the dogs. They bring, he's got to usually
Yep.
fly out.
Mhm.
This time they were like, all right, well, you're they're like, okay, it's been years that you had a dog, and during COVID they couldn't get people to get the dogs, and
Mhm.
they said, all right, we're gonna bring the dog to you. So they brought him to him for like 2 weeks. We met him. He learned with them and everything. But the thing is, they're so regimented.
Mhm.
This dog, he's legitimately the best dog. A yellow lab. I actually totally forgot where I was going with this story, so that kind of sucks. But it's just,
Something about the negative 50 degrees weather.
yeah.
oh yeah. So
That's
it's
what-
like Yeah, so I mean, so like the dogs that come in, you can't bring them outside and everything like that. But the crazy, oh yeah, so the craziest part was, so we let them out at night, give them his food certain time. They're and it's a lab, so they're so
Yeah.
on regiment and whatever. But we get to the point where it's like, all right, it's time to go to bed. We're doing our thing. Well, all of a sudden, the next day I wake up, it's so cold outside that the entire driveway, street, lawn, like there was just like
Yeah.
not really like sheet, but it was just like kind of wet. Like all of a sudden we wake up the next morning and I bring the dog out, and it's the first time he's had a winter at our house. And he's 3.5 years old or whatever. He's been in tons of winters in New Jersey and New York. But all of a sudden I bring him out inside the
Okay.
yard, and he's just looking at me because his legs are like letting out. He's like falling. He's like touching the ground on his stomach, and he's like, "I'm trying to pee, bro," but like all my legs are split. It's like I'm like, "Hey, bud, like this is the first time we dealt with this too," and just like it's so crazy to think like it's like I want to like hold them up and be like, "Oh, you're good to go." Like, I just like, I don't know how to help you. And it was
It's
like
funny.
every 3 weeks it was just like
It's so bad.
raining,
The
snow,
dog, the
freezing
dog
cold.
couldn't figure out how
Yeah.
to pee.
Yeah, and it's like, well, because here's the thing: as a guy,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of crazy. As a guy dog,
Hmm.
what they do is like they'll like if they're like they'll bottom down to
Yeah.
like almost like put their junk on the floor because it's like a nice lady thing to do. So, but it's so weird because it's like normally you got a guy dog and they're gonna lift their leg up on the side or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
and they're just like laying out. But like when it's cold, like and it's snow, like they like lay down and they're like, "Oh no, I don't know about this." Like it's like, "Oh shit," but like I'm sorry,
You're
but
gonna
you got
freeze
to
your dick
do
to the
it.
dirt.
Yeah, it's like I mean, you want to go inside the house, you got to do something because not you're gonna piss everywhere.
I have to admit, I had a little lap dog, a little Shih Tzu. I used to have to shovel out an area specifically where he could squat
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
He was
Yeah.
not a leg lifter until
Yeah.
No,
after
but that's
a couple of
Yeah.
years.
and that's
you always
not
talk-
uncommon.
All this talk about peeing. I'll be right back.
Oh God.
No, so that's not uncommon for me. That it's more so just because the dogs have been trained so well, they
Mhm.
can hold it a lot longer. And then my dad or like will take them to do whatever his thing is. But yeah, when you finally sit down, like dude, those dogs can go forever. It's crazy.
Oh God. I'm just glad. I'm hoping we better not. We're mid-April, almost to the end of April. We better not get some freaking freak snow. I got my bike out. It's running.
I think we're early enough and late enough at the same time where we may barely be okay. We'll be all right.
I saw the weather for this week and I was like, oh, ew,
What part of Mass are you at, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in New Hampshire.
Oh, you're in New Hampshire. Okay.
Yeah. I'm up by Manchester.
Okay. One of my best friends was in I gotta think of what it's called. They were in basically like dead center middle of Massachusetts. But other friends of ours were up in Rhode Island. So I've seen a bunch of different areas up there. I had a friend that was in Portland, Maine. But I've only seen like slight, little bits and pieces of each of the states. So
Yeah. I've been being raised here, and the way my father was like the Griswold guy.
Okay.
He dragged us around all over New England.
Trap between.
Hey, dude, he even took us to Canada once. So
Hey,
yeah.
There you go.
I actually remember going to Canada. I remember driving David out of the house, or Danny. Was it David or Danny?
Huh?
David, I think. Uncle Al's son. I irritated the crap out of him. He went to stay at his friend's.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it was because we took his bedroom up.
Well, that and the fact that I wouldn't leave him alone. I chased him around all weekend because you guys were mean. The dog ate my little etch thing.
Uh-huh.
It just evolved.
Oh, I was. This is sad, but I actually remember it. It was my parents took us to northern Maine, to our Uncle Al's house in Monica's, and
Uh-huh.
we were there for vacation, and it was right before I started kindergarten, literally. And I actually still remember it because it was such a memorable.
That was
trip.
an awesome trip, man.
Uh,
An
yeah,
awesome trip.
Yeah, it was awesome until Jimmy locked me in the chicken coop.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, to this
He
day. I
never said
still
who was
remember that.
it was awesome for. He said it was awesome.
He told me to
But-
crawl in. He's like, get in there, see if you can fit, and then he locked it.
Uh-huh.
And then I got to, do you remember? I remember getting boxed in the barn when they were doing the hay for the
Uh-huh.
horses.
Yep.
Then I
We
do
did the
also
hay
remember
in.
us
We
finding
went
the
out
house.
on his boat, and then we
Mhm.
went out and freaking
I remember being terrified.
Campobello Island, freaking uh-huh. Yeah.
Remember going to King's Land? Well, I actually brought this up to you when we went to King's Landing,
Yeah.
and Sean, Dad got us ice cream, and Sean's ice cream fell on the back of the pig. He was very upset. God, you
Uh-huh.
gotta figure I was probably 5, so Sean must have been like 4, and I
Mhm.
actually still remember it because he was all,
First time I saw a jellyfish was up there fishing off
Yeah.
the dock. Mhm.
yeah. I also remember you all trying to come back and be like, "Did you catch anything?" Yeah, hot dogs. I do remember having hot dogs that night.
Hey man, the jellyfish were eating everything else. So
And when you're a kid, you're terrified of any fish.
I was
Mhm.
terrified because they tossed me off the side of the boat and told me to swim back to shore.
They'll
And
like
that's
grab
all I did.
it, touch it. I don't want to touch that fish. Get out of here.
I wasn't terrified of the fish. I was terrified of drowning.
hey, you could swim.
That's fair. That's fair.
Good. I made it
You
back.
were
to
one of the
shore.
best swimmers in the family.
I made it back to shore. I
You
remember
and Sean.
that and Aunt Monica's little freaking Beetle, her Volkswagen Beetle. You don't remember that? You mustn't have
No.
gotten to riding it. I remember I loved Beetles ever since that day because it was like
No.
the coolest car. It was one of the light blue ones with the white vinyl interior.
No, man. You remember,
So
I was freaking I was out there riding my bike around the dirt roads, fucking learning all about farming, freaking
Yeah, and I was getting freaking boxed in by the hay, scared to death.
mhm.
I was afraid. I was more afraid of their dog than I was
s-
animal.
I still have one of their big pins that had the numbers for the animal on it. So it looked like a big old safety pin.
You mean the big pin you used to close the chicken coop on?
Yep,
when you
I
did?
still have that.
You know it's funny. I can laugh about it now, but I was terrified when I was little.
Uh-huh.
Oh damn!
I was an asshole, you know. It's freaking all
I do
right. though.
remember. I do remember crawling through their farmhouse though and finding the old outhouse with like 5 little poop holes
Yeah.
in the finding the little tiny door.
the hidden rooms
hidden
over the
room.
hayloft. Uh-huh.
You remember that?
Yeah.
That was cool though. He
Uh-huh.
had all kinds of Chinese stars,
Uh-huh.
throwing
All
stars.
right, guys. I appreciate you guys. Let me join you guys once again. I'm gonna drop off. Have a good
Hey, all
night.
right, Dane. Do catch you later, my man.
Take care, guys.
Thanks for dropping in.
Night,
Thanks
Dave.
for having me. Good night.
Peace.
Nice meeting you.
On that note, Carrie, I think I'm gonna turn this into a music stream.
It's 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, and you're about to go to bed, right?
I was gonna say, I just
Uh-huh.
realized what time it is. My
Because it's
husband's
actually
probably
3:00 in the morning for you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I thought it was
Uh.
like 2.
No, it's 3. So
Yes, my husband's probably out cold, fucking sucking the flies off the walls.
yeah, as much as I shouldn't, I'm gonna just sit here and play some music for a bit. And
All right, man.
well, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna end it. It's almost 4 hours into it. I'm just gonna call it a night. Peace. Thanks for being here.
All
Love
right.
y'all. Night, Tiffany, Falcon, Smitty, freaking, and whoever else is actually still here lurking. Love y'all. We're gonna call it a night.